Madam Ase. Pacho Obi Ansah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Ase. Let me proceed on the protocol established, but let me recognize our traditional leaders, our queen mothers, our Zongo chiefs and imams, our clergy from the Christian community, our ministers, senior government officials, security agencies, the people of Eastern region, and especially my children up there, the students. You are looking very beautiful in your uniforms, yeah? And this is the Resetting Ghana Tour. It's an accountability series to inform the people of Ghana who gave us the mandate and put their trust in us, what work we have done over the last 1 year for them. And so a cross-section of the people from every region is invited to attend. And of course, our students are a very important part of our society, and that's why they are here today. Thank you very much. The ministers have spoken, and they've touched on almost everything. So I just put a little emphasis on a few things just to fill in some gaps. But I want to congratulate our Honorable Regional Minister. Minister, Yabo Abaso, Senior Minister Kayano, Wejuma Soini, and Kososa, why? Now, Newan says, Senior Local Government Minister Ekayano. Abra Yaba Abaimu. Ade a friend of decentralization. Na asan dani centralization. Decentralization a free rollings emreso. You did district assemblies common fund ebaye. Na district assemblies common fund no. You say district bia omo ankasa omo hwe omo nyoma so. Na enkoba se yen betra aban betra akra na akere se yenkoye we wo ha na bra ye 1992 constitution bae no ene de sika ebeboa this decentralization no ede no so beka ho ene district assemblies common fund concept eno 1992 constitution ede bae na hwe constitution na ye say between 5% and 8% of government revenue must be transferred to the district. It means about 100 billion. Between 5 and 8% of 100 billion no. I will see edema assemblies no. Na omo ankasa impuntu ompeso omode ye bia na omode ye. And so abra NDC wo ho ma ban dada Professor Meka said, my former incarnation as president. Abra, mi befi akunjano so. Na sika yedema district assemblies no, 7.5%. Interjese na ka 5%, na 8% ceiling no, na echese yedru 8% ceiling no. Na enfomso a abanfofra ebeje ye ne say 7.5% of total revenue. Omo beje ye no, ena omo te so ba 5%, the lower floor, instead of 7.5%, you know. The constitution say 5 to 8%. In terms of the 5% and ebeko. Now, to make matters worse, 5%, you know, omo di bibia your friend no alignment, capping and alignment. It say statutory fund bia to say road fund, district assemblies common fund, get fund, national health insurance levy, bibia statutory fund bia almost set a cap. It is a car beba sa efotonum say a bro amount bia niaka nyina e was say ko aban efotomu into the consolidated fund. It apart from the fact say omode ba 5% no. I say 5% no mpo na omunya that full 5%. Na muntie ha. The worst part they say after saying na esi ye no kakra aka no anka fa no koi na omo fa nye adwuma eno so omo de tra akra district assemblies common security agencies, the people of Eastern region, and especially my children up there, the students. You are looking very beautiful in your uniforms, yeah? And this is the Resetting Ghana Tour. It's an accountability series to inform the people of Ghana who gave us the mandate and put their trust in us, what work we have done over the last 1 year for them. And so a cross-section of the people from every region is invited to attend. And of course, our students are a very important part of our society, and that's why they are here today. Thank you very much. The ministers have spoken, and they've touched on almost everything. So I just put a little emphasis on a few things just to fill in some gaps. But I want to congratulate our Honorable Regional Minister. Minister, Yabo Abaso, Senior or Minister Kaino, Wejuma Soini, and Kososa, why? Now, Newan says, Senior Local Government Minister, Ekayano. Abra Yaba Abaimu. Adia a friend of decentralization. Na asan dani centralization. Decentralization, a free rollings, emreso. You did District Assemblies Common Fund, ebaye. Na District Assemblies Common Fund, no. Yes, say, district via Omankasa, Omunshe, Omunyomaso. Na enkoba se, yen betra, aban betra akra, na atre se, yenkoye wewa ha, yenkoye wewa ha, yenkoye wewa ha. Na bra yedi 1992 Constitution baye no. Ene de sika ebeboa this decentralization no, ede eno so beka ho. Ene District Assemblies Common Fund concept. Eno 1992 Constitution ede baye. Now here Constitution na, you say between 5% and 8% of government revenue must be transferred to the district. It means aban eje 100 billion. Between 5 and 8% of sa 100 billion no. I see edema assemblies no. Na omo ankasa empuntu ompeso omo de ye bia na omo de ye. And so abra NDC wo ho ma ban dada Professor Mecca said, my former incarnation as president. Abra, mi befi akunyano so. Na sika yedema district assemblies no, 7.5%. Interjese na ka 5%, na 8% ceiling no, na echese yedru 8% ceiling no. Na enfomso a abanfofra ebeje ye ne say 7.5% of total revenue. Omo beje ye no, ena omo te so ba 5%, the lower floor, instead of 7.5%, you know. The Constitution say 5 to 8%. In terms of the 5% and ebeko. Now, to make matters worse, 5%, you know, omo de bibia your friend no alignment, capping and alignment. It says statutory fund bia to say road fund, District Assemblies Common Fund, Get Fund, National Health Insurance Levy, bibia statutory fund bia. Almost set a cap. Enti sika ebeba sa efotonum say a bro amount bia ne aka nyina e was say call aban efotomu into the consolidated fund. Enti apart from the fact say omode ba 5% no. Afi 5% no mpo na omunya that full 5%. Na muntie ha. The worst part ne say after say nyina esi ye no. Kakra aka no anka fa no koi na omo fanye adwuma. And also omo de tra akra District Assemblies Common Fund office. Ena niaka no instead of 100% of niaka no enko no. assemblies no munya as low as 42% of sika aka no. Enti nana Akufo-Addo DCs a yebo mo so mo enye omo na sika ne mma. E che se aban no agi sika ne nyina won kran. Ena omo ena be kire se ko nana kwafo prom nakosi jinanan bia for ha nakosi classroom for ha nakosi say into district chief executives nankasa no munya hwe sika ne ba no mu di chetua enyomo ehia salaries ne ade na sika na sa enti me hwe sa no me bae me si no 5% a ye ya to ho se ye de be ye empunto e wo district decentralization no ehu 80% e wo se ye de call district no directly ye mfantena nkran kire ne omo mfanye enti ene wohu ye DCs na ye from adwuma wura bebi amakobi am se adwuma wura efisa sika na eba no afen so abaida da etwemu no eto de bia 3/4 na sika no mai enso enenso de every quarter etwemu a ye calculate ye hu omu sika ye wo se de ma omu na ye pia akọ enti ama afe bebi a obekobia wo hu se empunto koso ye de omu sika ma omu a ne aye ka ne se usika afibia si classrooms mienu to replace schools under trees. See chief's compound mienu. And I asked 20% at all say legacy project bia edaho. You should start 20% no fire. If we say abra year campaign 2024, because say ye nja edwuma bia ento ho. Bibia yebetu aso near wie. It is at 20% na Yama district assemblies no. Say ebia na omu si chiefs compound abra bandada wo ho eche say edru bebia omu ntimi enwie no eho enom be yiska atoaso nti o hwa abandoned projects ni nyina ye beto ye no ya start ye eche say nipa enya ho faso enti eno eya asema ewo ho o hwe nia yenua Deputy Minister of Finance ekan no enra ejumayefo ebedi on afahye ewo Kofrida ha na theme of omweyi and say pivoting from stability to growth and jobs na obeka say omone finance minister na betra ho enomu hu say sa na wo say omode omu theme because sa ne enso ye de ato ya adwum say ye ba ye se nya yesika sem no esi atete no apansan no nia ewo se ehia se ye ene se ye ma etodin na yesika sem engina enti afia etwa mu nyina bibia ye bia ene se ye de stability ebeba economy no na wo hwe edwumaden a Ministry of Finance ene ye minister fo nyina eye nyame encha de 2025 eba na wie ye na che se stability aba yesika semu pa eka yede ni etua amana bafom IMF ka che se by 2028 it was say your debt to GDP every 67% eba 48%. By the end of 2025 near the debt to GDP no every 67% no yeah, about 25%. And the idea almost in 2028, by end of 2025, near a year. You bet 2 years now CD and I'm 16 point something to $1. Na CD near Kase Yacheno, Alokeno, Edekiyama IGP, or sign a breaky jail no. Make honey, I'll be back. Yen ye we makada yankoche dollar no. Na hu hia say yobeche dollar no. Ye ma seed nankasa honden Send a bear, obey me any dollar, no, the market from. And you see, your money drips, your money muja, your money do any pedi. And on one cassa sorry cocoa neku, and a dollar didn't show ho, pound or didn't show ho, Europe or didn't show ho. Sorry, did I make her 25%? May say that to GDP no about 45% by end of 2025. You and see, more beyond me say about 25%, 45%. Almost say young family 48% by end of 2028, and so by end of 2025, now they're above 45%, 4 years ahead of schedule. Enti, yaya say the next challenge, and they say, yebema, the economy ne enyi na yetimenya sika kese na edi ahye enjumemu se ne beya ye mabunu benye adwumaye. So now that we've stabilized the economy, the next object away in him say ye be invest in those parts of the economy a ebe bie enjuma. So we're moving from stability, like I said yesterday, to opportunity. From stability to job creation, from stability to growth. And see, Butaya yedisi enim a year the next a year was here no. And see, me announcing finance ministry omo yenhwejuma. Your new economy policy document a year deba. The backup cabinet near their parliament. Now no. Yeah, the 1% of GDP every year, 1% of GDP. Yeah, the best share in the sectors are intimidate in Yungaba. To say agriculture, agribusiness, textiles industry, cotton growing, any sign digital innovation, bibia intimidate and Yungaba. We're going to use 1% of GDP to invest there. Now, the Beji economy, our economy was about $87 billion. We were then in number 11 in the world. Now, we share the end of year numbers, actual numbers, but it is estimated, say, the economy, it has grown from that $87 billion to $114 billion. I say, you fee number 11 in Africa to number 8 in Africa in terms of size of GDP. It is the 1% of sa GDP at the share in Jumamwa, Senebeya and Mabnubenya Jumaya. I'm sure that we can make a breakthrough. Now, I know now, Honorable Ahmed Khan, Obi say, na say sika o Ghana eni enim. Ehina ma amanya sika o de yesa ndwuma nyina. Nwa say. If we say, enjume aye nyina 24-hour market see aye see. Akwan aye 2,000 kilometers of roads at the same time. Kilometers of roads at the same time. Ejuma ekoso ewo Ghana he nyina a contractor the certificate ba yetuanaka. A send a road minister kan. Contracts are no more year abandada eko no. Yantwe bia ngu yesi obi anto aso nye na ejuma wo certificate afabra ebetua oka. Enti eno so ye etua. Etua man from bridge over Afram Plains. Ye diama contract. The longest bridge I'm sure in West Africa because 3.2 kilometers long. Na yen konkoje busian wo bibia ye Ghana sike ya ya Ghana sike ya ene de it is a usha free January ayebae bibia ya yibia yenko amanone enkoje Eurobond and as international capital market. The only institutions MIASICA, any African Development Bank, any IMF, because of program ayewum. And so young kasi enko kase Eurobond they coach 3 billion at the to Ghana to also. Now yabe yebi with that money. We're not doing that. Na medical krabeka minua ketwa energy and green transitions. Oka ni si wa kosombo. Na enra mebo yenu anuma omu yejuma VR ni gridco mebo ma baso fa. If you say okohwe ejuma omu ye anka bebi na saa asemi si ye anka omu de abrofo engineers be free amanone abeso ano ama omu. Enso esi ye no ya ye engineers ye nuanom Ghana for abibifo broni bakompo anka ho Unhu enumfite bia wo ho broni bia anka ho ya ye engineers na ne ye fe ne se ebi ye mabunu bebre ye mabunu bebre so eye ma mekohu e ma wo ho a omo so mo hye tokro no mu a omo twe cable no emse ba ko meni ni twa emfoni aba social media so oye service oye SHS university in che ene e de no post e call VR Gridco tanko ye ejuma wo ho o start ejuma wo Gridco we di be 4 months back and ono so oka ho a no mo twe cable no within 2 days na 3 units asaba by the 4th day na 4th unit about 5th unit me wo ho no na 4 units ye ejuma no mo ye ejuma on the 5th unit and no mo ka chem say president e bi Ansah na obefi ha na unit number 5 are starting Ampanso manko drum crying, me fee ho manko drum crying, and my friend me say, oh, unit number 5, you charge to na najwa and I didn't po friend me, or say unit number 6 and so eja bam. And so I was say yes to the future. And yet the yent na say emma assembly in Ansah. O share Ghana send the economy ni si kono ama your consumption air kosoro you buy na consumption in number 3,500 megawatts and then me no ka say your consumption at peak it drew 4,300 megawatts. If we say more investment about room into the demand for electricity is increasing into I was say yeah the generation ni be account Senebeya, Yebenya redundancy, ni abrofo friend redundancy. Apart from that, say ye na edonswa. Na yedibiko Burkina ne Togo, omu ina omu hiya kania, na omu tuyaeka. It will bring foreign exchange into the country. Enti yene finance ne energy. Omu ye design. Yebeye 1,200 megawatts gas-fired electricity generating plant. Na nyamiadom afia me no ka sei ye de asobe bofom na sai juma na hyase na hu hia so se ye be ye sai juma no na ye de 1,200 megawatts aka ho because ye bae no na abaya efi akonya so koe no omo a omo 2 franc ni na omo ne omo akon I just say, Ebinum po omo apake omo nyomo efi Ghana akotra Cote d'Ivoire. Enti ye bae ene ese de bi. Ya nkasa yentimi nye. Ye nyi efidi a ye de ko epomu edrele ko form ekotu frango no ba. Enti gise we mo beboaye na yetimi ye. Enti eja after January February busano yetu kwan eko abroche be 3 times. Ena eja me kokro mo kakra me so enya hwe aban foforo aba enti mu de bibia esi bia mo nja manenka say bibia sibia mo manenka enti mo de mo mra ne nkasa and I'm catching ministers no me say e da hom bedru ho mo de mo fa mo mra Jubilee House e na eja omo baaye obeka say ahemfo kese te se mo na aba ye je omo awa tu ye red carpet when carpet ay dey say for ma ye nante so omo baaye na eje omo awa tu ene omo kasai e na nte ase ye adwuma make us say ye ne omo assign Jubilee Partner ni year 9 so assigning almost the 1.5 billion ebeshim na almost the more gas aba into gas no be doso a chain your existing plants into I say yes yeah another plant a bit me just extra gas no now yes sir yeah the car your existing generating availability so we will go almost over 6,000 megawatts into I know say for the next 10-15 years say yanye plant bia and kanhwa still will have enough electricity for Ghana. I think so. Oshe health sector. Unfortunately, your health minister niha. But the last researching agenda okasa fine. And yoma miunufu for abeka home. And Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Your friend Muhammad Cares and free primary health care. And also a nyoma mienu aye diaba. First our national health insurance and kwa. Enti nyoma pi any national health insurance no so. Enti se unya yare bi te se cancers ni bi. Wukta health insurance card mpo a wontimi mfa ensa ho yare. Enti ocean so a ye won your friend of non-communicable diseases I mean can say yare to say stroke, heart attack, breast cancer, cervical cancer, kidney failure. Now share your memoir increasingly no and no any kum nipa e chen bibia se ka se morbidity e wo brofo ka se mo a e che se enyoma ekum nipa e wo krobia so chen bibia enti sa non-communicable diseases no ekum Ghana for 42% per annum o hwe nipa e be wu the whole year omumu 42% sa yare no ne bekum na se ni aka no ebi ye malaria ebi ye HIV AIDS ebi ye typhoid ebi ye bibi foforo enti it is the single largest killer of Ghanaians and so now ye ni bibia etimeboa omo ewosa yare no say ombetimi enya yaresa enti mama care no is taking care of that. But apart from that, say enya 100% universal health coverage. Now it was say free primary health care so back. Then the last rural area, a free chips compound, polyclinic, health center. Yede enshishe biba send yet beti me reachy more remote areas near the ade. Me and hospital as a cashier, fefe ewo a crope. Into Oba Regional Hospital, I say, oh, yeah, hospital, almost hospital, and so in Krasin, they also need the health care. And the idea of CHIPS compounds, a buyer. But CHIPS compound, no one, what they call Hona or treating malaria, and it's different from free primary health care. Free primary health care, near a friend of preventive part of health care. And no any intimate ye, entina. Yare kunkum yankrofosa. Into free primary health care ya launching both curative and preventive. Now preventive part and health volunteers and nurses ya found ya mom fidie omu here bia omo scans into say bibi hawa na oba chips compound ha omo scan na ombetimi ahwe bibi hawa say bibi was omo de district hospital na ya transfer woko. Apart from that, ombeye outreach, health screening. Na yɛsrɛ na nananom momfa mo ho ngye mu ɛfisɛ all your kingdoms help volunteers no ɔmo wɔ days a ɔmo bɛba na ɔmo de ɔmo fidie esi dua bi ase anaa school na ɔmo abɔ ho dawuro sɛ yɛbɛyɛ health screening wɔ ha nti ɔmo ba momboa na obiara mpie maka sɛ Ghana ni biara ɛwɔ sɛ at least once a year wokɔ na yɛ check o sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a sɛ wo develop kidney failure sɛ wo develop cancer sɛ wo develop saa yare body ni bi a those non-communicable diseases a wobɛhu ne ntɛm because saa yare no sɛ wohu ne ntɛm a yɛtumi sɔ ano but sɛ wotwɛn na ɛdi kɔ wo mu na wokɔ a doctorfoɔ no bɛbie na ɔmaka sɛ o wei deɛ biribiara ni hɔ a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ nti wo deɛ kɔfie na kɔwu dabi yɛmpɛ ne saa nti ɛwɔ sɛ Ghana ni biara wohwɛ wɔ esikyire ɛwɔ wo mugya mu sɛ ɛkɔ soro a ɛno na ɛde diabetes ɛba o blood pressure ɔmbɛ measure ebi yɛ pre-hypertensive ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ nduru hɔ but you are almost there nti wohu a ne akyerɛ wo aduane a ɛni sɛ wodi sɛnea mekaeɛ no anadwo aduane no ɛno na ɛha adwen paa wafiri adwuma ba a yɛde banku kɛseɛ ne nkurumankwa esi w'anim na wodwen sɛ yɛayɛ wo yie yɛku enti saa nneɔma no nyinaa ɔmbɛkyerɛkyerɛ sɛne ɛbɛyɛ a obiara bɛtumi ahwɛ n'apɔmuden ɛso ma menka ne bebree ɛm sɛ menya akwanya asan akasa nti nea mede bɛtwa toɔ ɛne nea nana kan no ɛyɛ adwempa a ɔde ama yɛ paa ɛfiri sɛ yɛstate nkokɔ nketenkete no yɛakyɛ nkokɔ no fine yɛwɔ different categories of nkokɔ nketenkete yɛwɔ big poultry farmers na yɛaboa wɔn a ɛkyerɛ sɛ wɔn bie wɔn adwuma mu ɛna yɛwɔ medium fo wɔn so yɛma wɔn bɛyɛ 8,000 birds at a time ɛna nkokɔ nketenkete fo no deɛ wɔn nya 50 birds at a time nti sɛ nea nana kan no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛma ahemfo no bi nso bɛka ho because not only say omo nsase no ho and then apart from that say nana eya ebe ye obi nso fe say say nana eya ene me so enye adwuma mintimi nye enti na ono so ede no ho agemu bi enti enye only nkokon ketenkete ye wo livestock ye wo different ye wo vegetable production nana wo asase a ye wa be siesie ho ne a drill borehole ne the polytank si ho na echese tomato si ne nkruma ne mako ne bibia na odo a no akoton wade enti eno ye were different categories enti meka cha agric minister no ebie new register ama ahemfo a ompese omode omo eje feed Ghana no enti medema no besi ha na ya twen se ye be won sambisa ana se adwen bia obi pese oka no na eja na ye dia ba wiye medam asen
yo Ghana mampeni ononyafo John Dramani Mahama yede nasekese ena be ma ho se wahyehye yensem enuanom ni adofo sisi a mampeni akasa wie one nasoafo aye krado se obi wasembisa ana adwenkyere efa Ghana memuo ene hyehyɛ aban eye ne ho a ɔde bɛba na anu yi esepata no yede ama no na mesre se yebe na yebe ne saa ni ntino yebedi kan aginsembisa enum na ɔmampani ni asoafo eyi ano yewia na se ebre wo ho na akwanya bebe mu a na san agibia ka nti so obi wo ha na wo asembisa ana adwenkyere a yebesre se ɔmmɛ akasemu no na omita nasem ebre no nti yebesre se ubetwa wasem no tiawa na wabɔ no tofa prekope ede ama yen sɛ ne bɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi nya brɛ agye dodoɔ na nti edi kan ne nipa num yɛsrɛ sɛ wotɔ so a ɛyɛ ade a mpanifoɔ bɛma watena se nti yɛka enum yɛgye anu wia nsa na yaba foforo aka so nti batɔ bɔwudin ne baabi a wofire na fa wasɛm bisa no ɛto wɔ
medin de Lily Brain Jesian na ene yɛda kɛseɛ
that judges no nyɛ wɔn adwuma Me knew about Kasai, from Koforidra Midwife School. I know, Mestre Rina Minister, Yana Nanoma Hinfo. Also, we have site for our new campus. I know there were more Muslim, and I know me and so I'm say Rina Minister and Nana Mobile na say Asasibio and Motra Momona or starting on new campus. And so, and your markano, Emi de say, or say on allowances, never say allowaba. For no so, Arias no so ba, ain't it? Enchebia. Enchebia Mosabeka. After no fee stress policy, no. Abwa e mabunu bebre. If we say, what shall Ghana you were free compulsory universal basic education? The HSS say, "Oko public school, Ghana ha basic school. I won't teach and I pay a free SHS on Swaba. Into Oko secondary school, I won't teach Into I offer no won't teach sa na." Abofana Kopase or Nursing Training College and now call College of Education and now call University. Suddenly near say Betua say I told the beer a bit more omunya second to me to anti who cases be brea HSA and Quadano when your admission but when to me uncle because I often went to me in yes scam mano. Anything I say you find no peace so the first
So there is a travel, there's a journey. And certainly we must get through that journey. But when my friend a journey of politics. And every year, me no baby didn't come out. We are member about line so now so watch the watch. And I'm saying we are not being so joining live on Facebook. Maybe I try Oba na also watch the watch na your name. We know that the road will be muddy and rough, but we will get there. We will get there as a nation. We'll get there as a people. We'll get there as a party in government. But see, bedru hon mo am no won come boy we. All right. Me madofo akwaba na me misa on say empom to say. Now you realize I'm a bit down, not because anything bad has happened, but I'm a bit down because of a call I received. And maybe NDC and penny phone be more amateur and you know some of these calls people do not care about. But I had be a mekasa me wo asudie baako. Asudie no ne se yɛbɛboa ma ɔman Ghana gyina brane. Na sɛ ɔman Ghana bɛgyina brane a na ɛtwa sɛ NDC gyina brane. Meka wei san sɛ Ghana man nyinaa sɛsi obi ayɛ NDC ni. Ghana meka kyerɛ sɛ asɔfo nyinaa yɛ NDC fo. Baako bi non de onye NDC ni. Business community do no appendix. Imam Sakesiye and Centrefo. Nyan this than home feel. But a year a reshimua or mine enya wendisim. And or mine believe is a NDC had done that political vehicle. Obeti me Eddie Drew Bush assassination. And it's been obvious. Free Abra President Mahama is taking over the reins as President of the Republic of Ghana. He has proven beyond doubt that NDC is the party to trust. Now, I have received such calls plethora of times. And Obeka said, Mikao said, there were some officers that called me, said there were some exams they wrote in your there. And we are saying it's not as if said they didn't qualify based on what they wrote. But of course, maybe we are saying not on him. And every citizen should we will fap him. Fap him and say, Yabama Ghana, but fap him soon say NDC Bijna. The fap him no. Now one more a war memu, one a war NDC mo, a benya fap him home fast war. Eti Sametnasia, Ayana me pese me ye or kai for. Me yesa and say me be one one can make ramin can be. But you see, me nyang he so my NDC in co-position that. Maybe I'm a catcher. Ain't see, I am a person me ye NDC kai for. And of course I'm the Zabuzia. You what did the patch any day? Oh, who will be a how? And I'm telling you this for free. You know did the patch no? Oh, who will be a how? Oh, party no. There are very few people, leaders in this party, or Mujini say grassroots be all. Very few. Most of them they don't care jack. They don't care hoot about anybody at the grassroots. Maybe I say I am a minister or in the bush for. Maybe I say I am a DC or in the bush for. Maybe I say I am MC, I am a mayor, regional minister. Of course, we have exceptions of ministers, exceptions of chief executive officers. Doing grassroots for whom to say we have some men like that. But how I wish Sankum drew even 30% in the NDC government. The enemy Bekachro said, we are lucky as a party, as a government. Say what people like President John Dramani Mahama. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, President John Dramani Mahama nipa akope. Because so we nipa bakwa, he cannot be at every place at every time. And one thing I know about President Mahama is say, owodo wotima. President Mahama nye nipa we didi na we janema. And nunti ana amamranoma President Mahama ho kwan say obe pawo empimpim ne achiri na wona bonechi do. Nti baabia nani eho no mpimpim ya yenam amamra so pawo no won weni beko baabia President Mahama enan enru no empimpim ne domo a yamom sa akwanya no won na won betu omnan e de awura ho. Unfortunately, President Mahama dane nani a na nkrofo dodo no a yamom sa akwanya etwa se wo hwe wonani ehwe fom no no nso adane wonani. As to officers are empanyifo ni bia sabi won say when a brand in Niema or coffees they turn them down. That is not it. Because I know they are very common. Very, very common. So you go, if you want to see Ubi cry, you better catch your crass and they are very common. But the issue has to do with saying a year home as a party. Unti asemi na man tieni na mbeti ni china. Man fane na mbe fane china. So for be preaching no. Was asemi ya me kan enkwaje sem wan fa sa asemi na obe fane china. Osofu suru nyame. Wasabra wo ya babuni. Wan sachira wadwene. Anhwe nyankopon na chiri kwan na waya bre waya kokora sabi enkoyie no. Sa bre no behwe na chiri kwan. Eti fane ne. Eti NDC mpanyimfo be fane ne. Abai mu mpanyimfo be tie ne. Because you ain't na you bet any china. Now it's too late. Look, the most important asset of every electioneering machinery are the branches that they command at their disposal. The most important asset. Say, any political party, ebetimi afro edru amamon konkonsua. Not just a sa political party, no, when you're the grassroots. Mama mayan train me and cast your canyansa. Today, be come say. There is a certain crop of people that brought you to power. Don't forget about these people. Abia, there are people who are not respected. Because Abia, they carry no position in the party. Abia, there are people who are lightly respected. Because for all you know, they are just branch executives. Eti Abia, Tumia, Obi Kurano, Ohunu no Kura. And yet, some of the Kumaya no for Tramani, a young cabom largely, and am I to me? I think Pinini Adunai. I want to beseech every minister of state in this government. I want to beseech every member of parliament. Or what parliament because of NDC tickets. Me pese me pa empanyifu ye mayor for chew what aban mu say me sremo muntwa mani enhwe fom ho 1 year 5 months is almost gone. The next 5 months or 6 will come like a tsunami. 2 years will be gone. The last year ahead of 2028 elections a campaign season. So technically, you have a year to cause a magic. And of course, they say, when it comes to fixing the economy, A+. And we must fix the economy because Ghana fono so no mutu abamai. But I'm saying that fixing the economy comes hand in hand with fixing your people. This I'll keep on reminding you. Okay. Oyo swafo, bisa ho say. You foul as a minister of state. Eni padom we twa ho ahia wo aswe ho no no. Omumu ahe ana mo no ye campaign ahead of the 2024 elections. Ask yourself as a minister of state. And family members do not say no. I be grandpa campaign and this year no minimum much. There are people who stay overseas. On one kind this pro forum home. On one this activists. On shine this t-shirt crowder. But by virtue of the fact say na down for be a minister a juma be a grassroots no so intelligent. At the end of the day, at the threshold of elections, these guys may go back and we will still want to fall on the same grassroots that seemingly are being neglected for power. Because when you speak the truth, it hurts, it pierces like a lake of fire. Because it's the truth. It's the truth. So I'm ask yourself as a minister of state, say, campaign. Out of 100 people at your office or and I want to yes campaign. Whether at your district level or constituency level, at the regional level or at the national level. Ask yourself. Who a chief executive officer, President Mahama Hunumabo, one more opportunity. Maybe say a dumb worker who is no almost saying and a boa Joe Mahama about power. Now say one was sabi a who was shiano a dorso say omo mouse ha kwanya no bisa ho say e do 2028 and crofo ben and abese yuso Mr. Abo Me my catch now say NDC mumpo ye try for 3 years. But it doesn't come on a silver platter. It comes when we are ready to consolidate our gains at the grassroots level. When the call came outside and the guy telling me consistently, and when I come in, it's becoming one too many. Because sometimes they believe, say, access to pennyphobia. And pennyphobia, Abusia, aha, me team, pennyphone, no cry from far. Pennyphobia. So sometimes people feel, say, where you are, you will be able to help them. And it pains me, say, will be to me from me, and I'm not able to help. It pains me. Say, or a certain opportunity in the government, if you're not qualified, if you're not bro, and this in any idea, look at that. And you are not there, our bread. It would so to the crime radio Sweden. Jama President Muhammad to no team. When so to the crime radio Sweden. All no teaching papa, Chief of Staff Julius Debra, then Papa. To the crime radio Sweden. I'm sorry, Chairman General said, don't get PA. It assembly bar or so to that will come in. I would have loved, say, some of us had a you to support and not to help. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the people you think that we even know, you call them, they don't even pick. They don't even, look, one says South Africa issues by me at Mankabi. South Africa xenophobia attack, and I think make our class and I make our hand once. And I don't make kind from the perspective of Pan-Africanism. Man can't who has some because South African embassy and Yapa correspondence are yenya. Yapa correspondence. Our South African embassy, Ghana's embassy in South Africa. Yapa correspondence yenya. You call the people that matter, Our South Africa. They will not pick your course. Because you have two abandoned no be happen when you can go to hell. That is what some of them are thinking. Now what people forget, they say, position be a crown and be a crown. That's what people forget. And what people also forget is that the future is unknown. And I always use my president, John Dramani Mahama, send far to him. I'm going to be buyer, no a deputy communications minister, not a boss. Our minister in charge of communications, ladies and gentlemen, years later, President Mahama now no a Kospio Gabra deputy no, I rise by a vice president. But the president Kakra after Ura Atamus Wuye. Sam Yejana so to the Swaba 2012 by a substantive president. My or appointee, the former boss. No deputy senator as minister in charge of trade and industry. I am telling you, it's a sabre. So when you have opportunity, Serbia President Muhammad Daruma, Sabi, when your opportunity, you must also turn and take care of the grassroots, the people that gave you the opportunity. And campaign for ya ba de bien praise wo nko en consider ben na de be praise mo en consider ben na de bia ya ba ye be praise mpanyimfo a wa ban mu en consider ben de be hunu say enye mpanyimfo nko asika na ma ye nya tumi na emom nkrofo bi nso nante ye ba bia sika ntima nko en consider ben. And these are the real issues I am telling this government. It's me gada and Crawford list their back office to office. Who are member one more message about can radio so because I don't get it. And when a security matters, since remember what my person otherwise the other issue, people would have helped you right in opposition, some of them may be security officials near there. You come to power, maybe a room there, I say a promo to them. Na nkrofo kra amwa mukra na mpro e wom so me Ghana for ba so nkrofo e Ghana for. I've always told you say this father for us syndrome, it has never helped us during Atamel's time and it will not help us this time. Ti ye mabru be brabo asesa egu constituencies. Not because we don't have power to give them job opportunities, but because we bring no opportunity no when they come and former girlfriend, Obi opportunity no, or the common enough for. And the real people who suffered on the campaign grounds, one more share campaign t-shirt, one more nante yeah, ball flags, chair flyers, yeah, on social media, they have been neglected. And some of these things they don't want us to say because it does not sound pleasing in their ears because the truth hurts. President Mahama, what can he do as one person? What can he do as one person? Send out your minister, President Mahama, who mobono. Send out your DC, President Mahama, who mobono appointment no. Send out your mayor, President Mahama, who mobono. Send out your foreign envoy, say ambassador, say high commissioner. President Mahama, who mobono. Sana esa unsu tawani na who your form no mobo. One good turn deserves another. Now, all the you have more opportunity as a minister of state. Okay, as you see, there be Nesi and Kema appointment. You have more opportunity as a DC. Who may be a Kwabena, there be a friend of Wakai, say, Wabushia penny war. Kwame, make us a Abra Yababa 12 in 2024. Make Kwame Chimsino. Make quiet campaign. Make us a me come in and me Kwajo Dankwa. Make us a me Kwajo Dankwa. And one other person, and you call a bush a fionum, maybe me. And you catch the bush of us. Oh, Montrana Montuma John Mahama. Say, and I movie cracker say, Sabi. Said John President Mahama Bana said, me to Dako. And I said, Kwajo Dankwa. Any opportunity be a Muya Bushia for any crown poro. Say, Mau Aquenya Sebeye Jumanpoa. Bia. Now we opportunity be based on a moi or no from a Juma or Yentino. Obeti me support. Now sabi about 95%. Almost every and quite some so. Me met me catch us somewhere to Abama a battery and I know them. I was for me to booming because they are largely MPP. Kakra be NDC for. Now sa buy no asesa na se 2 me aba. Won see adwuma ho a mentam nkoma omo to Abama me no. Na omo to Abama me no. Omo nam ho no mo asesa. Na yesere wom. So we have some of our people in the constituencies and yes, because I'm the party please, I will not speak to this plenty. But may no and maybe no, I was so down because me tien for course and say lawyer Samija V me and my reference for Braba because so far you are one of the few people helping the youth and the grassroots. Till I say me my reference for bebre so because so far we never who say obo ankrofo. Now me marry we say ankrofo be ho. Me refer sa. Omo na me who say omo temate say digitama klomo e papa ko pokuni chief of staff mo me refer sa. Because that is the only way. I know someone knows you cannot do everything. How I wish other people so that we carry our youth along. So I tell you people say when NDC is in opposition, what are here for? Because NDC does not learn to build their own people. NDC does not learn to give opportunities to their own people. Whenever NDC is in power, I feel no one who say heaven is real. When NDC is in opposition, they cry to come to power, giving serious promises to their people. When they take over the reins of leadership, largely they forget about their people. This is the truth that must be said to the authority. For this reason, I was given to humanity. Adeng. But I'm saying, sir, this is about elections and this is about numbers. Saban biya opposition is because one crofan kwankotwaba. Most of the time, Saban biya opposition is because omunkrofu buafu omankotwaba. And I'm saying, sir, so between son we did the pete. Eti yako opposition hanwa. Basa, yadi behayo. Eti unko position then coach na Mr. NDC ye tra power 40 years. But that can only happen if we take care of the people that gave us the power. If we take care of the people that gave us the power. Police. Look where Menkase nyama MPP ayenye no yebi. MPP time 55 years. Mami 50 yadniko soja. And this beka nya me no kasa ma me guso osojam. Unso de agufie. Me tiasio. Ogus ma me guso ma me na brewa no ye MP before the kosojan. O unso NDC for de agufie. Na se ya fa ni 10,000 e wo police anawa ma NDC for 5,000. O won nya Ghana for. Some of these things can radio so. Gabe hunu a constituency bia obi anfa nipa 100 mra. Say do so the constituency bi obi anfa say nipa 20 mra, nipa 50 mra. Pick them and put them into the services. That be na do elections sir. No be to say the police is intimidating you. One man croffa kwanyanko police no. Anka when them protect our election grounds. Do elections sir. And the military intimidating that come on intimidate you. Croffa hin afa umko soja. MP before the MPP so they will protect the box for MPP. Oh, the one the koi. Oh, crazy say be patch out painting kwanza. Dey nie. E dey empani. When you na chi so nipa bewu. When you na chi nipa bewu. O president 1 million ubewu. O pato cars 10,000 ubewu. O pa your girlfriends 50,000 ubewu. Whatever you even acquire on this still ube than eja. Eti dey ni bebrebe. Edi na se nipa ba ko ba so nko afumi o shinkasi na kaba mo constituency ma hwe drivers e wom mo fa ebia constituency bi nipa 55 mo mra o shinkas wo be kwara kwabra ne kra transese kro bia garage e ton cars won sansem hunu wei ne tete wo yan ka no kra nkyere to me wo be hu na opposition basa di nipa ba ko didi akro menya de wo e so bia didi peche sabi MPP ni didi aye because I Ghana ni ti de bia me ka say aban bi obeba power say obegu opposition ni adwuma no onya correct but when it comes to see about contract and your more opportunity misraw e come de o ma hwe o mansa me there's no way said you no fear no even how I'm close to Kwame Kwachi na matama aduane no me de akoma Kwame Kwachi ma na me mani di am yare ana Kwame Kwachi hu na me fa na say de Kwame Kwachi made it in the enso me maso. It was clear ya kwato abane se obi di John Mahama. Sa John Mahama yo NDC. Obi di Bamia, sa Bamia yo MPP. Ope hwan. Tio, 40% say, "Hey, ya di pe Bamia, ya pe Bamia." Mahama no fan so. And 60% say, "Sir, I'm using statistics based on election outcome." 60% say, "Hey, ya di pe Mahama, ya pe Mahama. Hey, ya beto Mahama." Then the Mahama won. Mahama winning ya was the opportunities about ya they could back 40%. No, there be now 60% in out to bet ya Mahama and Mahama president. You take care of your people first. One more to Obama, no, because when you consolidate their gains, they are the same people you will need ahead of the coming elections. These truths they don't want to hear. A fair crowd will be friend, penny be friend from Jubilee House. Now, no, to that couldn't say, oh, contested for deputy communications officer, and then maybe one where I am menka. Communications officer, Kakra me kuntiminka no crenche. Say, very well. And those of you are more also framing, there is hope. Me minim say, President Mahama, a Bekakra, on what in any bedi near Mechi. Na ya says by now for crowd statistics akwa to President Mahama nim ya fa nipa 5,000 we be community for 3 penny by now we be community bi di nipa ko to President Mahama oh president say the air deal adwuma youth near form pa ya fa youth be 500 we be community for be 2 pe girlfriends be 7 abusuafo be 1,005 one mo na tie buru kira mo call school classmate be say na boys nankasa ne girls nankasa no a one share party t-shirt koye campaign no na mo ne number bachere go to constituency say yen some of your people say some obi enka che me kan okra na akere mo no go to some of the constituencies if like let us call our constituency chairman in all the constituencies in Ghana NDC for na be say guys na go be bro yen sere mo a e dey enkura ni me wa ma me hwe a sabi owura say do agongo wotwa meka salary na no so eno de metimi ne naka but enya hwe kura no say do agongo ada romanti me sakoma no to start with me ensentreni a me ye adwuma but there are some youth there you mo anim ni politics say be kura mbom ni opportunity bia They supported us against hope. Say a bar, at least, or my brother, kakra. I know, say we cannot do this overnight. But I'm saying, say, let us be that substantial. Me makase, si kokua mi yanya mrabi, uye DC, ni ya behwe ubusum, ne bia, say, create a juma bear 500, they say you feel useless, you see that one. They say you feel because one man bebwa, and microphone our form no, you must show. Say, wemu and so boa campaign, you must show. MPP ba, no ma bese some microphone be bregu police him, no ma se some microphone be bregu, e soja mu, o ma bese some microphone be bregu e yimu ni ade. Yeah, ba, yes, pese atu yabo. That be na one microphone be adwuma we. The more MPP put their people in these services, they are empowering them economically. And this is say you pese microphone to reduce. Na adwuma ba no mfa to reduce no. We must be deliberate to empower our people. Look, your businessmen, we must be deliberate to create millionaires. You're making sure, say, Obi obey and this your support here, where you're gaining, you also gaining. We must be deliberate. Hey, would you $1 million? First word you hey, would you $500,000? First word you hey, would you 500,000 this? We must be deliberate. And your body. And your body, Obi and one more, or yeah, Juma. Our Bank of Ghana no be pay our cry FM enya bone penyi force ne watwi amana fi no or the bomu ayenchi enya bone. But the challenge is that ayana tiye ma refi there are a lot of high commissioners are me otu dako like me bodies are akebeti me through them, any opportunity, they don't even care about you again. I'm not ready to mention names because in their mind, you know, oh, it's a done deal. They don't even care about you again. It's not about caring about people like us. It's about caring about people. No, Sabi, they will still come on board, give you opportunity. In your course, I'm a opposition. You know? Let me borrow the words of me, Mami. Vice President Anopo Kwabena. Or say a word to a wise. It's not enough. Now, me boss out you we kwame say adding ubi wana. Na we ensin so bi. Am samo.
can't share. You are one idea. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So that's it live on Accra 100.5 FM. Meko Greater Accra Regional Minister Mamelindo Klu Ansah Wakai and Chopa or the about, but we've also been joined by brothers and sisters on Facebook. Michelle or Michael, one day, Domenyo. See, you're right. I don't know what is happening to NDC. I'm not a member, but I'm annoyed very well. James Blauji, or say I'm you from USA. Ohio State, good job, Accra FM. Gabriel Gan, I said this is the truth speech of the state. Nana Aiko, Ike Pele, say President Mahama said giving road contract to MPP is not wrong. No, I think President Mahama will say, okay, that issue that I stood opposed to President. Okay, that I agree that one. Have we wisdom also mentioned their names or two? Which ones? Please, if we could come, meaning. Maybe I make us an feed. I don't know which ones I should mention. Unless Kofi Goho America. Say my brother Aiko, God bless you for me. Thank you. Feno Bride and Ansah Aiko and I know to that. Thank you. Feno per cash mame, make what campaign. Kopiska mame. Good afternoon, I know too, Dako. I hope you're doing well. Thank you yesterday. All right. Lydia is also here. Lydia Elenam, thanks for joining. Much love to you. Jojo Jordan. Or say anytime I listening to Mr. President, I feel emotional. Albert Keokan is here. I said JM, Papa JM be the best, certainly on his size. Very well. So those engineers should be awarded. They done a great job. Yeah. Oh my God, Wahinaba Kofi Apia, a leader Ghana and Africa need. I'm sure you're referring to President Mahama. Nana. Okay, so this one says Piaga. I say Mahama is not a leader. Like Nanado. Oh, na Uraba Mia leader, Mahama Nenya leader. Can you imagine? Remy Aluku say good afternoon, Accra FM 100.5. God bless you. Keo can say good afternoon. Ufori de Lali, I say greetings, Accra FM Nana Utudako. Okay, so thank you, Pastor D. Lai. Great day. Okay, so a lot of messages coming through. But for a message brought live on Accra 100.5 FM. Now, Kwame, I don't know if I am missing the issues on this one. Because then I cited a tape via the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Mami Linda Okulu, making certain statement. Na statement na Mami Linda Okulu make you know. Ubi Samia, menya sure say ne bonimu anana okano. Menya sure. Mami Linda Okulu meaning need that personal relationship, but Ade ba kwa mahunu ne say as opejuma and she want to see things done and done well. And nyamede be emfato ho to buttress my point and say samu be kaya me ba ha no be ka bibi fa achimota street lighter na edin krofonya ama MC for Kanko North Yera Christian Tetagbaja eba me interview no onim say owura ima 2 weeks MC numpo ana Mami Linda Okulu ekwache no saa enkanea no a won be fix no enu ana kwache no so ade ba kwa me benya wo saa maame ho no say oh okay so it's not as if say bia maame ebia on person be ABCD but ebia na se maamu na so na sa akade na ebia wonya ne nyina amene me no ka say obi obefa eye achimota police station kwano so achimota forest kwano so nyina ebehunu say enkanea ehwohina eye adwuma all through the instrumentality of Christian Tetagbaja, but of course by kind courtesy Mami Linda Okulu, Greater Accra Regional Minister. I am laying this foundation because I want to prove a point. Say, I don't need to know people I don't need to have people as friends or enemies before I rise up to the occasion in truth or otherwise. I don't think me so be at the end. Kwame, I stood opposed to my own father, President Mahama, when he said contract the demand other people. I was open because President Mahama was open. And yes, I cramp as and command Lord in a way DNA. But the banner it is not President Mahama cano creno. Me not true for mechanical credits. But Kwame, I dear Bako Koso, and it becoming one too many. Maybe you are getting confused because we'll be saying, I didn't cry a million clock. Kwame, I wish we could play the tape. But just to paraphrase, so that maybe I cannot get it verbatim. I think the point she's proving is say, you want crophobia on more. Omo assemblies, omo illegal permit. My illegal permit, may yes see a dime basa. Therefore, we live in a country. Yes, see a dime akasia as waterways, especially in the capital cities. Any serious government, as an boom pusada any baby go from. But your mama permit. And there be a big restaurant in this country. Ya sit down can see be as waterway. Anka ba na sanke bugu ba honum na mpanyi for kudidi. So I think sir, Mami Lindo Klu, in an attempt to spew the truth and to show her passion towards work, Eko can say, you engage in that kind of illegality. Udiagra, you better transfer work on off. And I think that she slept a bit, so people started saying, so it was derogatory. And I just say, no for no at the hormona dumping site and and even at that, Kwame, Mami Lindo Klu Abe Pacho. And that is the difference between NDC and MPP. MPP in Pacho, NDC be Pacho. But my challenge has to do with sometimes our own people. How we crucify our own people. And I told the BM challenge. Mami Krank Wabe Pacho. Now, Faye, Ebi say she should resign. Resign about the position. Now, I don't give me. Sometimes I am unable to grasp. Look, it's unfathomable. Let me just say, I didn't pan and Lindo Kulaka into resign. Adaya or better transfer in Krofak North. And no credit. And no credit. Is it not truth that has been covered in this country? Mo probia punishing and mo transfer in Konof. Anya no kre. Anya no kre. Some per se mo punishing the power Ghana ha. Mo transfer in Frakra. Mo de Konof. Maybe a idea nyesan kwoka. And that is why she has apologized. Because the northern people I know are respectable people. They also deserve the best. So you don't say Sebi, you're better than enough dumping site. But it is the truth also. Say you penkrofa punishment, you transform kongrase, it's the truth. She said the truth at the wrong time. And even at that, Mami Okwabe Pacho. And Kwame Matisamia, me bra Penny Bernard Mona. Some Lindo Klu resign. Maybe some bra Penny say, what the position na? Kwame Mia, me wafanono, Maminka. One what I know ma. Bernard Mona, somebody meet me aka. Ubu ha minti minka bondi meet me aka. Na maybe sa ura Bernard Mona say. Let her know the buy needless. Because I don't know what Lindo Kulu to merit her resignation. The same thing I come there, Mary, will see you. And try make person make kai end this for say, look, hey, you guys, your mind for day. Say some now me catch them with Debiano, ye bubomu muntokro. A time will come that there will be nobody to save you. Because they know, say, Obi ya look, you are getting weaker by the day if you don't know. Kwado, Mami Lindo Kulu asemo kanye. And young fan to just say Lindo Kulu be patcho on the matter. 81 reason.
You issue a permit to an illegal, knowing very well that the place is illegal, you issue permit. You also face the law. Some of them has been transferred to the north. I mean, just to serve, I mean, as a kind of punishment for them, so that when they realize that what they did was wrong, and they bring them back to Accra or other places. So if you issue a permit to an illegal, knowing very well that the place is illegal, you issue permit. you also face a lot. Some of them has been transferred to the north. I mean, just to serve, I mean, as a kind of punishment for them, so that when they realize that what they did was wrong, and they bring them back to Accra or other places. If you issue a permit to an illegal, knowing very well that the place is illegal, you issue permit, you also face the law. Some of them has been transferred to the north. I mean, just to serve, I mean, as a kind of punishment for them, so that when they realize that what they did was wrong, and they bring them back to Accra or other places. If you issue a permit to an illegal, knowing very well that the place is illegal, you issue permit, you also face the law. Some of them has been transferred to the north. I mean, just to serve. I mean,
when your mammy in the Okrukai, and of course, I'm say one can ye. Let's put that on record. But I know what some views when they say, Esa some mammy who say one can ye in Tina, or Bepa Hocho. Kwame, young Magana for who say, and your way, and a mammy I resign. Yen Accra FM, yen citizen shoe, yen so cost partner for 4 chow. Yen ya no one. Sebi, yen who know for force on me a dumping grounds. We respect them. They are very important people from the north. A woman say President Mahama, if it's Savannah there, but me buho no as the northern part of Ghana. We've had very important personalities in free north. So we can never disrespect northern people. So we join Yamame Lindo Klu to say Sebi, we slept. But Kwame, Mami we yet tiny. When you say bubu mama no cry, yet tiny every day, every hour, or we are and you can't say Osumo yet tiny Lindo Kluchi. We are not saying some kind of tiny because Wapahocho, but yet tiny because Kwame. And come here, say, a man will win this, and before this one, are smart. Oh, we are strong, number some comments. And Maria Usi is one of them. Lindo Klu is one of them. We will never allow any MPP person to cow our women into submission today or tomorrow. Kwame, fa chopa no to sumame. Abusia muntie nia ya mame e de ba kwajo fa chopa no to sumame. Or say press release. We free Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council. We free mame nankasa. But say ministry ni and hono ntine bia waye ne sa no. I say for immediate release, clarification and apology on comments regarding staff postings. My attention has been drawn. Sometimes the mouth is smarter and faster than the mind. The man, yeah. It's a bit on my ultimate one no casting be now you crank because we be trying to draw attention to one just one you crank say as what can be bonny. Also, my attention has been drawn to a widely circulated video in which I made remarks. And Kwame, before I read it, MP before them who say, Omunya scandal be our Nana a John Mahama Abemu. Yes, Omunya scandal. They must play on the weakness and the emotions of the people. Yes. If they will play on the emotions of the people, they will start attacking and someone end this in Pennyfoneka. Then they will use it against them and to win the sympathy of the people.
Nana, now can be BFA, ma me the Lindo Klu.
Yes.
Unu mejuma oye.
Oye juma.
Ramza site wa mo ko sisi. Yes. And Unim says she's the only regional minister of Vetina. Omo mbisano when di more than 5 minutes. When di more than 5 minutes too. So the kind of a juma Lindo Klu airborne. Yes. Wafum.
And wapacho.
But share what people are doing even in NDC.
Oh, NDC for has been so can be.
You're trying obi ano fun kakra.
No masum.
Na ye be jinaso. Because enviness. Amoya.
Position could be pay.
Position will be pay.
Yeah, pa you went for crowd.
So I say because na man phone him say regional minister no mo na be di. Greater Accra regional minister.
And I'm farmer.
Ebi no phone say your mother.
And I'm farmer.
And I am farmer.
Because time for nyame.
What you say? Ebi no phone say na oba na crown or dey di regional minister.
And dey am Lindo Klu.
But Juma Lindo Klu airborne.
What be antimi nye?
Otimi nye. See now, street lights are all fixing.
My boss carriage no be.
Yes.
And say my boss
also be addressing we power we Dennis Nyaka about it.
I am
say Nicole.
Nicole. I'm my boss no.
Yes.
Carriage my boss no.
Yes. See now, Juma Lindo Klu airborne. Yeah, wa from Apacho.
Kwame.
Yajetu.
Mami Canberra for you. Was my attention has been drawn to a widely circulated video in which I made remarks suggesting that postings to the northern parts of our beloved country could be considered as a form of punishment. I wish to state without reservation that the comments captured in the video were a genuine slip in communication and do not reflect my considered view, nor do they represent the established policies and procedures governing staff postings within the public service. For clarity, I was responding to a media question regarding concerns that some technocrats alleged to have engaged in the issuance of development permit without due process are sometimes posted to districts within proximity, thereby allowing such practices to persist. In response, I referenced to instances where some individuals had been posted to areas from their usual places of residence. And Kwame, I don't know can say, and ukra de taisi.
Yes.
Taisi, it means a lot of
Oko police administration in moi. People see Accra to be say baby a ye post to bar that you say can say we ya promo too. So what you say you don't koshe krasi bia me ko bo region meeting. You don't koshe krasi bia.
But that has been the phenomenon.
Yes, the say you feel say ye punish show. So what you say oko nursing mu a ewom, oko teaching mu a ewom, oko police mu ewom, oko fire service mu ewom. Efa even a juma private jobs kra no. You say who did there be wa ha. You to be too free baby or one dem go be foforo. So
I wish to assure the public that I hold the highest regard for due process, equity and professionalism. I remain fully committed to ensuring that all administrative decisions, including decisions, staff postings, and transfers are carried out strictly in accordance with laid down rules and regulations and without prejudice. I deeply value the trust reposed in me and remain dedicated to serving the people of the Greater Accra region with integrity, fairness, and accountability. I respectfully urge the public to treat the matter as clarified. Now, Kwame, I sincerely acknowledge the concerns that this has generated and offer my unreserved apology to all Ghanaians. Kwame, when I go school, Papa, I don't know, maybe I'm watching that.
Dan also go school.
It's also called technical school. I sincerely acknowledge the concerns that this has generated and offer. See, Nana Kufa do create me catch no Henry sort one patch. I'm not saying we should do that, but my NDC for and folly so fast to the ploy of MPP. They are playing to appeals to pity. With emotional blackmail. Aye. So they are working the people against you. If MPP nimse chop here, they should tell the former president Akufo to say he should apologize to the traditional rulers of our country. Nana Akufo do the saben kum catch no hini. Sorry. Omo pa chow. The apology letter by Kwame Sefa kan show so Kwame so kaya.
I make pan.
Applaud him say John Mahama besi e-block. Name omu President Akufo do me. When the President Akufo do kan or send your hin and conquer na dey.
Or can dey no.
Obepacho. Journalist Kobisa, Minister for Energy, Machopoku Prempe. I say, mudum so na mo di aban. Ye here timetable. O se Ghana for from doing so my. And from timetable mrai. Machopoku Prempe Opacho. What are you talking about?
Mo kwame nkruma no kra Opacho.
Wo na poko dina stage kwa kase mo kwame nkruma nimpo. Abusia Opacho. I know say this is different. But I'm saying say send your market say we imposi. Na sa anya hwe wo krom ha dia mesra mu we nso ntimi nya hwe.
But na only maybe.
And even on top of that, she has apologized.
Yes, na only maybe. Say that okay, I think say na e otafrija, hwe. Sa civil servants for ne omomugu abaiju.
Yes, so.
No, it's civil servants for. Omuna that the problem of this country. Hwe. Eno nana Lindokulu e ka no. Obi wo ha. Onim say asase we are all the people body permit man yama work sit down with.
Eyaban asase.
Onim pa. Yen sit down wo ho. Nanso obehye that man building permit. So they say, Oko Lands Commission any survey ni sa land title ho. Senior. Obi register na asase onim say asase we. Ya register wo edin we mu. Ombeyama, Omasan register another DBU. Into Bako, Manson who assassin Manson who send be brave because registration in Kofu 2 din e was assassin. So be Susa. It is our dream minister Yamane Koso no die. Sana e Koso. It nana Lindo Klu Wapacho. Ye jitum Ghana fu na jitum. But a non just say on resign for what?
So why yes,
Juma Papa or Bona or Shippy or the MMDC in line. I say, we MC, Ubi Juma, baby, I want a traffic light in your Juma, street light in your Juma, or Shama. What position those kind of damning in back to back?
Yes, Lindo Okulu and crime.
Yes, you're showing crime.
Who say, what patch or no? What
yes,
son and Papa President Muhammad.
Yes,
Chief of Staff. Some of my member will see a Kasai or also patch or I was sorry.
Yes,
it's in order.
Yes,
NDC, Omubugana for.
Yes,
we want to say ND before, but we are telling you who say we the citizens show here. Yet Tenechi,
yes,
yet Tenechi, Yama Ubia and Kaubia Casablanca.
What is this resign? Obi can be resign. Yes,
the 8 years of MPP.
Toka.
The case in which
yes. Arrogant. Said look about Miakai. Also one of the Nyama Momuluzu ye.
Arrogant.
Maswane, hand time. Nijay. So just say. But Miakai. Inti ye Makwan. Linoklu or Bujuma. Yadi.
Or Yajuma.
Ye nimse or be or bit me. So just say. Yes. Yes, Baku street light.
I don't tell you in Penasem.
Achimota street light. On my wall near MC no.
A Christian Tetebaja.
Yes. On my pressure mako ye. Now say me say what MC no Obonija.
Where?
Who MC no.
Abu.
Debi.
Tetebaja. When Obonija.
We yeah Lindo Klu.
Oh sir.
Yeah.
When I maintain.
Oh Ejuma. Ejuma ne de oye. Iti na wafum waka de enka wasre bone fache
na me wura be na bona de na menti ase Arise Ghana for and we Arise Ghana
so no
onye chairman no flag bearer
or leader so say
that be o ba leader we dey
sit leader ultimate leader assembly sit ultimate leader assembly this we be na mo na me boss ultimate can yes or be boss ultimate ma kwan ma unka na mo na say
what fa say you know crew resign of other
yeah me ma unka no na ultimate kasa
that be na say no fa so anka ni
yeah ultimate share benamo na
it was for chedanya time Troy.
Oh no massa you can't do
of assembly
oh no say we assembly ha no na assembly how ultimate
chair
yes
and so fanka hu chop e kura na ko jai ba ade no a print letter na we ade say ba
so just say but see na bibia be fine Lindo Klu obo ejuma
yenchia no she's doing so well
yes she's really doing well because unim say nana
one day one ya the Linda beba ha na Ghana fo be hu adwuma wa ye
nana unim say New Town asori na ebubu ye no
ye bugu nkrofo so no
de bugu asori dan na sa bode na
say no do bi anu anya no
oye obi wuye
anu so bi wuye
oh asori dan ejuri e won nita sina uni bebi na Lindo Klu enam bebi na Lindo Klu nam pa anajo no opie ho sina na nafomu so nipa ye juma we gina na nafom kakra
ana we kura no wapacho na miracles no ho o se miracles kan bia na
o so say we say e kan say Lindo Klu pacho na see na MPP a serious party a na kasema Dennis Miracle Abuaje kan say wo abeka seti aba o me bia omo beba oso no na kasa asem kan say omuyi Dennis Miracle Abuaje free party
ya be kwa send o protecting
ira say and na che say ba o me na suman so go kasa asem
and that's how
okay so yanti ase say now ba o me is a violent man say
na no ra ba me ni honum ana ne nkrofo ye kene Japan
yeah
o kwa me na we so dey news
mutimi
wasam wa na sabrofo ne ma
Yes, yeah.
Politics where the chirache.
Say
it should be
so not just say Bamiana Miracle Boaji.
Let me not say any Bamiana Shinachia. Wababon
But MB before so almost 2 months Miracle Boaji. Communication may break it down.
Contested.
Yeah, or for national communication. Who they need be?
Let me call deputy.
But Miracle call for communication officer.
Miracle. So why we my member di mention.
See that but Richard Anyagba.
Richard Anyagba so could be.
Anjire no anje sa position na obegu Miracle Boaji.
Richard Anyagba kasa buy no so.
But ono far better than Miracle.
Omo nyina.
Omo Mati say we Godon.
When I Godon.
Or movement on untumi ono so called director of communication God has a yeah he is far better
ono crowd a journalist
yes also a far better so to say okasa
the journalist
yes okasa we Ansah wo so to say it's far better than yeah but our untumi TV ono so okwa eye
Godon
oh Gordon
and you can say papa you call I confirm me.
Only the saw we.
So soon to me.
Who say to me TV. Masse. And Obu Accra.
Na me nim go.
Yeah, obehunu. Okay. Obehunu. Tom so mo kwa reboa. Dan Miracle Boaji uhu.
Kwa me mo part and the fam ho ne obekọ bia ho hia me but me the issue I am saying is Miracle Boaji na kan pese me bubu din bi. Na bi say na Miracle Boaji ne kwa why do we be the name? Nuruddin Abbas.
Yeah.
Asante Regional Communications Officer, MNDC. Yatisa Oba for Communications.
Yeah.
So Nuruddin Abbas, a winning communications officer now, compare or no, or your lawyer cry.
You're a lawyer.
To Miracle Boaji.
Yeah.
I can say all compare so many high. Okay? What if I not to change? Akugan. Since you're on deputy communications, he has learned through the process.
Yeah.
About communications, what he has said.
Yeah.
So Akugan and winning communications now for also to Miracle Boaji. Sometimes it's not just about Suhini because and
then again, we Suhini
Hamza.
Yeah.
A fantastic gem.
Yeah.
Hamza Suhini. Now be courage. Nobody he will tell you about Hamza Suhini.
Yeah.
One of the finest. I'm telling you. So Hamza Suhini Kasa. Oh, you have a doubt. Now compare Ansah Suhini and Miracle Boaji. I want to compare Sabronsam and Jesus Christ. Sometimes I just don't get it. But he'll be there's money. They will fund him.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Bad product. No, I'm about to me and stop him.
Say, won't we call for national chairman?
Some of them. He want to me should be the national chairman.
Yeah.
And they will be to Mr. Sando.
I think we use this. We will use this platform.
We will use that platform.
But Sina,
to advocate. I
will not allow that.
No, please.
No, Sina.
I am begging delegates. I am begging delegates. Please, our next national chairman is Chairman.
I will not allow that. No. MPP is a serious party.
What are you saying?
We will not allow. Oh, how can we allow? How can we allow to be national chairman?
TV. You movement TV. Yeah, $43 million.
How can we allow to be?
Yeah, you Rose. Sure.
Masa, me, I'm for Bache Jacob.
Kwame, Mami, we will read you so. Mami, me boom and inch.
I'm for Bache Jacob.
People like that, and for Mama.
No, so Unya a decent. No. Unya a decent and a professional opposition party.
MPP. Oh, Adia Guya Muhammad.
That's a senior. Utu Numa MPP. Utu Numa MPP. Utu Numa Nana. So Yamwana MPP ni
Kwame, Debbie. Want to meet a national chairman?
No. Sina, as part of our ethics, we need to be fair.
Your national chairman, no.
We need to be fair.
A guy we or no sooner a ball or no see a better man for
or no so region. No, Greater Accra.
What is it?
On to me. National. No. Oh, correct.
What's about region? That's not region. Don't know cry. Regional youth. No youth organizer.
No. Where's
Abo.
I know it's
here. No youth. They so called organizer.
Yeah.
Anti abo so in fact. Now Abronya beko den.
Abronya call for national organizer, right?
Sir, I'm the vice chairman.
I heard Abronya beko, but Abronya no home fan so obeba abe
the home fan create and be contested because want to meet national chairman there and no is sealed
but I don't agree with it.
I mean I agree with it. Yeah, the neighbor.
No, I mean
want to me is the next chairman of
because
MPP.
MPP is a serious political party.
Are you saying want to me serious answer?
MPP is a serious political party. So yes.
MPP fan want to be crowd match so more
we need
but me I let it want me down.
We need a decent national chairman. A chairman or Kasa will say yes. We obu one.
That be Bwache Jakubo no do.
Bwache Jakubo.
Yeah, part it's MPP party no. Yeah, pom we bu ya hu. Na san kai papa we the president.
Senior, ya the Bwache Jakubo say.
Yeah, we free me even say. Adenimu.
Say ya the Bwache Jakubo. The lives of Miaka Waju na ebejai Kasa.
Na bi Bwache Jakubo na Usabwaja be Kasa. Obe streamline ni ma. Enu tena me be so baba no obe streamline ni ma no.
Because there's my Gwaju one utumi na nam. So mu na oba Omia camp.
Kwame.
So just here.
Kwame. Wo de Miracle Sabwaji oso oba ye. Na wuntumi nso nya national chairman. Ana ayi nso kwan na bi nso kosen.
Na bi call first vice.
Ayi omutuma no. Na bi should be the first vice. Na edin ya mebuboyi. Hwese MPP ngu ya. Na bi wuntumi ya chairman. Na bi ya first vice. Abroad the communications.
And almost say unim.
Carry no be more MPP na. It's good to carry free more. That be my minya course better.
Senior unim we and almost say akum say e for national women organizer.
Since when you're national women organizer, Kwame.
But
you don't change the winning team.
But akum say call national women organizer.
Yes. Say support.
Unidi
unya to travel
oba nini eden
to travel
so ti ase
yeah I don't know say baby obi be crap pepper spray e be bo MPP
but sina obi ti say wa unia ban Abigail Akombia
ma who say Elom call national women organizer
na ode Abigail
ma Elom yes
and me okwa
Elom is in a different world ode Elom be compare
ode chairman by chairman MPP NDC chairman by chairman, secretary by secretary, organizer.
The flag bearer no why.
NDC there.
Sir MPP about me and NDC why.
There obo chairman menka.
No, wo mu nyina wo akoni nyina. Any of them.
No, say.
Kwame any of them.
Okay, ma minusu
back.
No member them. Menka say minusu back. Minusu there Musa Dakwa Edatujana. Like names now of who say so just say Ato Forsen Chief Julius Debra, Eriko Pukonabo, Jenna Seniketia, then Haruna,
Mami Upokwajima,
Mami Upokwa,
Wadako, Joshua Labi. I learned this one grow for.
I wish
I never this will be.
Oh, sir, on my baby. Somebody about me. But I wish that can this phone na beko Demba, no say, on my cassette.
Walk away a running mate.
Yama will call now we in your
democracy.
What is democracy? Democracy,
you have a contest.
We are contesting. And
Miss Bobie, how am I already on my communications there?
Not to man a note.
And I'm saying, your mom, that be more beyond contesting me. I'm for them to the mommy.
But
I see and senior to be.
I'm a communication officer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Masa.
Enjoy.
I said that. Masa.
Nana is my friend. Nana, you are you know
don't mind him.
Nana, future. 7 minute guest. I know the kind of guest I'm wrong about. Men for guests to be my show so much over Twaba.
Nana,
you are my friend.
You are. Bottom kind. Your friend Abu Beko from Tumum.
Just said, oh, my don't bring Naso Metoma and note. So him say,
because Kwame, yeah,
oh, yeah, you deserve it.
And Kwame, and pay you
for
when I hear you, my breno.
See that way, 2 deputies, a womb. And I'm going now for Dr. Samuel.
Hey, Dr. Samai.
Yeah, we Samai.
Let me see your arrangement, mammy.
And now,
if I say I'm contest me positioning in me host to
and I only say, well,
why?
Dankwa.
Now, you don't
Kojo Dankwa
catch us. No to the whole course, so contest.
Also, one country, no.
When you
Kojo say one country.
No, meaning
pa.
Yes, we feel back.
And Open it.
Eti me fast when you so catch Kojo say.
Open it no.
Me catch Kojo say who here? Ni nua.
Sina Kojo open it no. National MCB a so.
Oh, that be onye national. Me so my constituency MCs no.
Ana wo nia Karim.
Asa Karim bi oba ha.
Yeah, Karim ba.
Yeah. But it will be a friendly contest.
Yes.
I mean
Baya baku fam baku chambo baku na na munye shi
dabi we endis
na munye masa
can you imagine say me tia say bi
chambo Kojo dankwa
and I me Kojo dey meet me twa bon ko no ye me nua only I can handle him but me nyesa let's do some few calls
yeah
na Ghana for enchire madwen 0302208090
oh sina opim so
I didn't see.
Open so.
And you can't tell me. Say, yeah, I'm in the dark.
Oh,
hey!
Many are quite the motivated committee. So I disqualify.
Mammy, no, so I can't.
I'll take a course because
my birthday song.
And that three important people need you on birthday. Open so dear super. They can, you be the kind of special.
Anna, why you?
Anna, Ahmed Ibrahim. Ahmed Ibrahim, yes, local government minister. Yeah. On say Osanso ye Pentecost elder. So ti say Ahmed Ibrahim. Uni say na
Pentecost elder.
It's honorable. Accra FM for na my birthday no shenin so.
No saying. The crack that's a team.
No,
go call him so there no.
Because how do tie?
There be open so there we na try ba say.
Oh manyin try. Manyin try.
Ahmed Ibrahim no team because oh no one phone number.
But it's a minute of him so na man.
Journalist. So
no. Because I met here.
Oh,
Tiaso
Obahache. Okay.
Say Okwada media Obahache.
Very well.
And now James Ajeni Boatin.
Oh, also doing the birthday.
Yes, SIC.
Okay.
Nancy Okoho.
SIC, menko SIC.
Nancy say you that frail. You that the idea. Yes, but so of
no credit can street. Idea menko.
But Okoho.
Deputy Uganda Post. Also doing the birthday.
Yeah, oh, that's a unim no. Unim no.
My young Fakonya Wiso, and let's wish these great people happy birthday. So special one.
Nana, birthday Rukubi.
Birthday
with Dr. Oforisa Pond.
Oh, me pa.
Yes. Now I'm not for because one could be not to say Unyeski ni unye celebrity.
Oh, Ansah. Na say skeleton system say manko.
Because what me say run out is garden honum.
Oh, but how's on your bad? Yeah, how's the first time I call her? Yeah. Una ya mukota na o.
Yeah, na di.
Da be na me so ma ba me ko zen garden.
Oh, we dey hu ya ba.
Video nunim. We try 360 o. But no person be hu dey o ka ne ho. So ti ase.
Me ayi na call you.
Oh, my cafe na ma chop bo nipa o de ko.
Opa kire se ayi na mam.
Onu no twa we no.
Ah, so
onu twa ne zen.
Uko ti live ba na nko a so oni be ma na record ya. Ene.
Na sa yi me ne na me.
Yeah, me cafe.
Aka me no bango. And I have no man. I mean, as a senior, I call you know, one more group you fear from gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
A year Kwame Kwachi. Say fast Mensa. Hey, KUG. And a doctor that's Mokofiana. Thank you for 9 weeks.
Sina, Obo gunpowder. And
I got Obian so our Nadam for bar. Omupia into only 4 guys. Bamuti baby only 8.
Sina Obo gunpowder. Mama first nchia.
We yes you am my friend base too.
Obo gunpowder. So him say mama first nchia.
Lawyer Edmond Combat.
Oh, Edmond. Former JCR president of Commonwealth. When we were living,
former SRC president.
Yeah, he was one of the promising guys.
Yes.
When we very sharp.
I feel church name.
Very sharp young guy.
Maybe it will be an ewie chiano. Na minti chia combat we na minjai afechi.
I only saw chiano because
yes. Michiano baby will be a
chiamo. For sure in your chia.
Na Michiano.
Unchi am namesake.
Why?
TDC courage.
Oh, no lepaku.
Only yes, let
me di position me who need that.
Oh, there be
15 months me.
On say almost sit down wo.
Catch any say one share that me be run your office hono.
Me no kasi otie
ni
what Osu bia
media o ka kire me enko ba bia
osu
ba me ka kire Kwame dia
osu bia obefro
mate
cause carry na kpeku so osu chia no carry no be so chia osu wi obefro so tia se da
Kwame dia o kan ya be ko ba me dia be ko enko ba bia
se wo be bia
wo be bia anya se mo be me ni ba bia me ko
no so who dey any grassroots
to da bia na tie me
who dey any
grassroots message ni dey offer ho a
offer ho
ba on so first ka
grassroots me grassroots me
grassroots party
o no need there appointees
Otudako and president the grassroots be
also the president for government appointees akwebi ni peche. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, for few calls na afi empanyufo abedwafo ntrase na yeni nkomo but answer no ye na SIC ase say ona so asne hard builders so mo tons ase ye na MTN for ase South Nigeria Plus meba na my other ones and also I'm 0302 20 80 90 0302 20 80 90 first caller. Hello. Meba to me do to da ko ni baby afrefre.
Only am Mr. Lincoln here.
Akwetema yanku yanim.
Yes sir. Nyaminsha why? Nyaminsha pa na nyaminsha honorable Linda Okru. Oba onim the oye. Juma obo within the Accra metropolis ni your constituency do any DC honorable Godfrey do there. 24-hour economy market no ukodo do wa koso didin enti honorable Michao well ohun ejuma jo eye ewo ashama omobomode no monto abama no keneboa bebia wo bia college no se omochao na guso na bo ejuma uko Forestry Commission, Dr. Brown Hughes, and also Obuejuma in terms of Galamsey, ni forestry, or more Boejuma or Honina. Mame comment. Well, the MPP has been looking for scandals for the past 1 year and more, and 1 year. They didn't get anything to capitalize on. And to see, the Omo year no say. The MPs, the ministers, the MCs across the country, they are just monitoring their speeches. So what yaka crabby penumasum? Asem we ya mami honorable Linda Okuko kan ya wan did you be at them? A question of BBC no year no. Then they pick one word out of it. No more there, no more the program or more running or more radio station, TV station. Minya and Kwabena. Because and we Ghana na wa brabo mu asesa na economy ko yie na ebia obi abegye mistake kakra bi na wu ka se nipa no besesa na adwen niam be na mo aka kire Ghana for wo memu president Akufo-Addo o ka kire han ifo so mo sori no mo salutu ahimfo in some of the some of the region they call for development yemi masema o ka kire omo he told even some of them to go and do it, they should go and do it themselves. And the president Akufo-Addo mreso de yenim Sema Omuka, he couldn't hear himself, the sitting president then. The tapes are there, the records are there for people to go for it. And it will not help them. Look, you can say 24 hours. That is what Ghanaians are expecting. And that's it.
Yo, my info for now on also entry now live on a Crown Rep on 5 FM 0302 20 80 90 0302 20 80 90. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good afternoon, sorry.
Ebi amejo Sumira enko.
Oh, only akitwani don lele because I feel jame Kwabena.
Ma mention free early klima kurugu krum.
Na wabon oba tampai de ma menchia no. Obojuma papa ya nyama mi yanke ewu. Ma men come atem so na na otuda ko ende wakasa ma meni ade papa. Which is we be ma ye de juma ni se na obeye ama abroso. Ye mpenifo aye to aba ende wakasa ama akọ makuma mu pa na grassroots ni ebo aboso na say eno bia be kasa ma grassroots aka me sure say campaign for no nkoma be hwehwe na de opewo wa kuma mu nya nyakopon ye ma what is na me rezo a me sere wa me nya number ya na ma from the government council
in fact we need to so na that na me the number you to so na easy ni omo ye me no enti na be say o de me pon 6 as some friend number no why
number we are
on friend number we are
okay we de me no one order me Kwabena
o na say ji order me Kwabena de say me nya na ji obi ahwe enkrofo ibi hoy
oh program bia be ba order me Kwabena bia me wo ho but na me we cadets we now be moderating ya na me wo office
okay Mate e be din komo after 6 na din komo
okay Mate
okay 030220 hey na kwadwo mo amo be fa course no way very well okay na emphasis the PSA ma hard builders make am say asase no is for utua ya na ye de amount we langasembia eniso na obetimi atua efa na amount eboso mensia no atua ne aka ne nyina da walo twebie ebi wo ho Shy Hills Ningo Chopoli atete so say hu je number ina fred na kope wasase 0241665200 0241665200 Dura plus there they say omaye adamfo obia na omnenam chese utim se we pa kwa jedu a ya fa na adamfo yekotokura ka soro nyeye if bia Dura plus water tank na usa no emma level indicator ntema hunu ba bia wonsu no kura aduru ti make am formal afi usi dan ye wo UPVC pipes HDPE pipes and wo drainage system plumbing works nyina but Dura plus ana hwehwe na chiri kwan 0242818874 0242818874 ma menkanfo MTN amount na MTN say queuing ye pedodo ene na trotro ebisa bacho one year last ebia ye ko stadium bacho why na o khachiri na min kodi na chi wa hu de bia ya salai e wo mayem MTN say on peso be salai enti why na simple amount o peso swap o semo star 1333 hash star 1333 hash na wetimi aswap o sem na kwenu no more standing no more sweating no more who be the last person BABU you do it yourself simply swap everywhere you go na wakwe them SIC there so them say omo ana ebo en kakra what you should know is that factories rise but when they rise they must be protected when businesses grow we guard their future and when families invest in what matters most we also secure those dreams that comes with family now for over 60 years na SIC insurance Aye Juma Abua Ghana has become Ghana Shield actually because then they are built on integrity and reliability and care. They can farm and say a year motor insurance, fire, accident, travel, marine, and now say personal insurance be a person we be on Brazil so SIC for a bit me abua premiums so no utia or form and yet you are paid on time when your policy matures. And the number na free to free number you can become a broker or license agent and they are 0800 100 055 0800 100 055 ma yamo we meba na mama uska sisia afi na wo join here and afi na meso mema wakwaba stay on
You've been gone, it's an empty home. FM. Come on back where you really belong.
Accra FM 100.5.
Hey, say the mako hu e wo Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no. Me ho kra dweme. Say enu nti no manya award wa. Eye world best. Obi antra se ema dompem ya de ka say anase mo boya de enka ne to dem bio.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Asa nyar want to say ne ekuro etu no. Ne enka e wona num. Oba na be mo pa wo. Ene enyar wan kaye.
Na nsia ma me ka say ene spinal cord ho e kaye no. Greenfield ada romanti ene wasa so de gina na so epiem.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory and a diagnostic machines. Ashishe di pedie ni mwankasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungwa Dogon Estate Junction. Last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
I believe.
Give us P capsules. A memory. Manum bia ye benemu. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bo asese de. Betro esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules.
Give it to me, baby.
Give us core capsules so e.
E man meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete wo mo no. Yedru no. Manum bi amama de me ho.
Give us core capsules.
I give it to you, baby. You give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Give us no. Amen. Papa. Give us P capsules.
And men what if you do what you do cronkwan efa.
Give us core capsules.
A pain for a batter one more menu for an kwada when if you do me nunca home. I will draw to beer motophone. Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68
FD Ashusha Sa Ejedi and Krato Imu Adia to Muse A.
Charlie, you know you, we was serious meeting be.
Allah, moche. Now so there Charlie, you free.
Oh, uni atobwase. Momo day.
Hey, what funny.
Anio, magic akadi ayem in maybe. Mitua na free ho sharp.
Hey, say ho.
Ah, minia,
wutia busiane de.
Anio, send ye be ya, a prepare obi be here sikano. Momo benye biaman.
Asiminya, mejibio.
Hey, Abante, ngogu hu ani waso ho ate.
Allah motion.
Obobisia, na wo sentua, eno na utimi de wo. Ni hia wo, ani ni si wani so. Obisia na fa ye, kai na sentua, mombo day.
Onia. Tie masem yibi. Mene ya be ma ye adwuma wo broni krom. Dakro ya show baby ho ofe din no tiem. Ah, oba, ho ofe. Na sa wo betwea mame a aso e mesomo. Ebi suma ho ofe. Ebi sum sika. Na minsre mi se wo. Why na osom no. We are say we ye dianya obesum bibi. Nyame sompa with a PNT. Anisha.
Ghana so by track kokro. Nanso ne man pani ya ba ko pe. One big Ghana, only one president. Esan say ba ko fo Samsung Yankopon ani katanti. Wo enjai Ghana memuo any wuyedie enhye MPs any politicians nesa kasa wutri ho yo Ghana yensom wuhunu bribia kabribi
Ghana be meet you mafupa minki munka hodo no amaba be serve kwa ba yampa ba ye go so tie ni
maya de sama mpa ba Ghana yensom aha na Ghana kasa yes sir
oh yeah tu manka o ya ba corona kama ni onu bo no kwa kata ma o ba ke
Ghana Yensom, let's hold leaders accountable.
Ghana Yensom with Chief Jerry Forson, CJ, 5:30 to 10 a.m. Monday to Friday. Our Accra 100.5 FM, Tadi 99.1. Any stations in Kayeni now.
Ghana Yensom, Sofa, Namen Sofa, Accra 100.5 FM, and Demufwa.
Over 1900 matches brought us to the football finals month. But history doesn't care about the journey. it only remembers how it ends. The Premier League, Betway Prem, UEFA Champions League, Serie A, La Liga and more. 8 trophies, 1 month of mayhem to decide them all. Stay connected and watch GoTV to catch the football season finale this May. It's on.
100.5 Accra FM.
Susumbribi baby, Mabwagana, Nagana Bayo, Accra FM. Susumbribi baby, Mabwagana, Nagana Bayo.
So welcome back live on Accra 100.5 FM. King Kojo, I join you. I'll say go crying again. Okay, so John Akwete is here. I'll say please, can I have your number? Okay, I'll send your Della Hammond, also want to be we're going to jail before that. Okay. And I is the national chairman, Babono Meshak Asante. Also, we shall continue to applaud the government, especially Energy Minister. Honorable Energy Minister John Jenapoda, he's in a different world. I mean, he's a fantastic gem, a great guy. Now, as I say, he has put a smile on the faces of Ghanaians. Ebenezer Lakai's apology is unnecessary. This North thing has been there since Adam. Because of the distance and harsh weather, it's believed that the best way to punish Southerners is to send or transfer them to North. Okay, that's what you think. James Blawuji, I'm watching from Ohio, USA. Abusia, yababedin komo na abejafo abeka yensa. Nana Safo Ujaba ekasama NDC amanyuku na ofeseni nana fan hona ahonfe okurum. Na we no oya dane ne constituency Mugabe because craft na bu adwuma ama eba communications you hunu bia this time kana maka so beba region, but anyways mpanifo so jo so fa ko so airport Robert me man in court sa constituency ni bi. This is his last time one or call the constituency. The next time about region or national, not because he's been galloped, but because Nimdia cratch we one or their song necrophone be a yes we hear be. Oh, sir, be enti bra fianum. Courage no be a political analyst. Courage so me senior pa in student leadership. Then the presser man the latest press conference in town. Divine and Chroma. Utinidia na wati PPP. You heard him say Abla Shakra House and so Ebabeka Yensa. Na you hear 3 major things. Samriba Mua, you better 9. Nidika has to do with some missing 850 million Ghana cedis. Attorney General and this is relative or related to the PDS ECG scandal. I feel you were abandoned projects are completely, and yet it's not fully equipped. In Yusuye. Na World Bank can say procurement near price in about 11 times the price, and this happened somewhere before NDC came to power 2024. Na aban we buy send a bit to me. I think a pediatric hospital a work wija. Na MP ne send a bit to me. I na fully ya commission ya shasi a yusu. I think so Bank of Ghana and common so na NGSM say apart from say CD equity na inflation rate equity na ya stabilize the economy no. Ometimi say aboa reduce currency printing by 72%. Na as cash in circulation, a free acco 83.8 billion. It is uncommon another punity and yedi home commodity so actually wagene Facebook. And penny for my memo aquaba na me Mr. Simple to say, but the young fat yama melindo clue the no and shall see because what they can apologize on the matter. But apart from that, you are divine in Kroma, minimum set press a be akoso. You better say, at least you bring us up to speed on that. What the press conference was about and what you seek to achieve with this press conference.
Yo, that's it. The kind of minchiao.
That's
minchiao. Ono production team no. And then chance on kwame Emma Abedjafua. Eshiemu wahasi. Minchiao bibia. Any team for nyina so a omonya so any adagya omutie because say no more you know because imagine say abegyina na akasa na egu from money penti nti say nipa so etie a na che say omo she do maso ase na enne na eku fufura ya lanche ni din eye Center for Legitimacy and Rule of Law. Yes, day press conference ebetu dwa. Na sa press conference na se no lanche ekuo no non-governmental, non-political association na ya dream say eniama ekochewo wo society mo enko yie a you feel say in here reviews, in here amendment, in here restructuring there, you better draw attention of the powers that be. Na omo hu say eniama bi say o no mo a emra so say esesa senya ye eniama. Na after the launch your project bako a ya launch specifically this year and say ye pese ye sika bia a ehye kokua mu okona ba bia no ye retrieve sika no. Na theme no say families suffer while millions sit idle. We want BOG to free unclaimed funds.
Bank of Ghana funds be no.
Enya Bank of Ghana nko.
Okay.
Maybe chirem.
Okay, chirem.
Hwe. Me no kasa sisi se obi bia ko bank na se okwako bie account a. Yewo bibia e friend next of kin. A ye gi ono so ne records e kire se bibi si a bank no e wo ho kwan se omutumi contact sa ni pa kro no a
first contact
or very close to the pana open sa bank account no. Na ye mra pon mu no ye wo mra bi wo no mu a ye de bo banks ne investment companies no ho ban ene say account bi wo ho no a obi abie na say on operate account no for 2 years bank na o save ni sika obu no wo ho kwan say obe render that account dormant Just say ober classify and say sa account no enye adwuma biu no e close no. It doesn't exist. And say after 3 years no. Then they forward that same money no and I was our account no no. Ye da come Bank of Ghana.
After
3 years for bank on say omo render no dormant na say obi am coming forward after 3 years no. I call back to
dormant. No, is it because one of our is called the betum?
There be all practices. Fan say, it's a say. Ubi account almost expect to say and so we withdrawals, we deposit, and some bank who movement to but for some time na movement be a shaky account to me and withdraw and deposit even crying checking balance in ya. You who say account on your operational. It's your no account to the rendano.
But how many people are aware of this?
It's meba. Okay. It is a citizen and the Bank of Ghana. They da to account to my friend dormant account as Sikano. Abayin no afa e de ato ne kukum. Yen bisani wura. But maybe my reasons are my account to be a non-operational and I say a dormant. Okay. The kind a owo obia nimda obewu. And they are on one more obe to me aka say o twesi wa haya. Ube free mu. Again, the my account to me a dormant. Ebia obia oyare. Obi betumi ayare ada 2-3 years. On to me nko bank into me nyehwe. And most of the times the crown nipa affecting the mental faculty. It means that the ability to remember things na we ni na no e bedrendel. Yeah. Enti eba ne sana sa account no eda ho. And obi won so to be to kwan. Emergency to me ba no afi o man ni mu. Sa account no operate a ye bedrendel no friends say dormant. Na de yen can say sa ade no akoso no. I render incrophobe impoverished in this country because sabi you nana abrabo etia egbe say osika 1 cedi bi ne sie ye de koto bank ana ye kipi my honkwa ye kipi ma dachi no so crofo dachi ni mu ye ma wo mu ye yire wo mu ye busuafo wo mu enti sabi yo enda meti ha divine nkroma se minti asibio a abontin so ni ntumi ndi misika Adan na min sementia ni ho sesi a mabusu ani ndi misika na yese Bank of Ghana akoda account bi mu na eda hokwa na ye research no 2024 ye tro krata bi under the RTI and ye bisa Bank of Ghana information about accounts ye dormant e ho sesi an sika hin na wom 2024 between 2022 to 2024 sikanko a Bank of Ghana chest mu a obi ankoje ye da hoka no 400 million cedis,
which is equal to the minimum capital requirement. What will be a bank?
2 years old. So it means that I mean 2 years asemo it's no 2021 they call 1950 1990 just as sika ni na da honom.
Wow.
I wo hono mu a enye obi asika ban afa ba ye busia obi asika obo bra o enti ye pese ye nka ne se untumi nka so obi mfa ne sika banks they are not treating us well.
Less of kin no ho na
enti ye ka ne se banks no
yes
adenti na say before I mo transfer sa account no by law to Bank of Ghana's chest no ye the rest of kin contacts at all. Contact the person bank no ebi account mo say 2 years 3 years ni ye hu hwi wo mu into friends of kin no be say masa mpacho osimesi account bi wa na uni baby onu ndi ato no no aka kire o say wawu oni ho enu nche say nipa no betu abaji sika no it's just an information to tell you because even pono udi obi wu a on sorry keke na nka say me yire wu mi kuna wu no aka kwaji sika no e be show ni ama into the bank must know the reason why account near dormant and they must put in effort for the individuals to have their monies. There was the 3 ladies bibe humi. I didn't kita hona. Now papa ye immigration director penny pana. Impo free mua na papa ni wuye. Okay. Oh ye no mu ni papa no bibia. Enti ebe ma brabo mu ebe ye den. Na no mu ye squatters. Ewo baby amete no. And I say my friends o me vagrants. Omo kikiosu mu mo manage life for because near me moye dey. Ye two omo fi baby a omo te. ɛna ɔmo ni mbɛdi nkɔmɔ because me so na de no ɛkyekyere ma som sɛ ɔmo yɛ sure sɛ ɔmo so papa depose kɛse wei wɔ Ghana happen na ɔmo sɛ ɔmo brɛ saa na na me nti aseɛ yɛ duadua mu kɔhwɛ ya papa no wɔ almost 650,000 cedis egu account mu a wawu agya hɔ no man ka ne ma yɛ hiafoɔ na nkrɔfoɔ no nkra da kiosk mu ɛne ɛkɔyɛ ho dwumadia na nkɔla nyɛ sika sisi ɔmo abrabɔ nyinaa sesa obiaa yɛ okay deɛ bi pɛsɛ me yɛ kuo no Center for Legitimacy and Rule of Law de yɛ ka ne sɛ wotumi nka sɛ sika biaa nipa no operating account no warren na dormant a won contact next of kin now they are called to BOG and again by law no owo to be publish but on publication no publication na honum no omo kwa no achro wudi na no tu yemfa information fufuro bia nka ho nti ebesi de hu se na no tu we no ye no na say ye hwan e o papers mu but Udo America, your website be on no ya dia to on specifically for those things say every now and then no what one kra utimi ko check e bi mpa na obi di bibia hye wodi mu a wonya aware because yo ye tie obi ani wono mu a o sika bi a okra na onam no de dana no na okeka kira busuafo me save 5 million no me save 2 million no yenka Wangu yenka yen koma yedi oyire crown council kasem enu jesa wo mpe no but ebi kra no will aye kra no by lawyers for catch us enya dey say o disclose and it dey disclose because some of information bi wono mu a vital yen fan to ya no kasa aha enti yen bo amane ye no na ye pofiri mu a BBC na eni hono mu a minti ase de nti amabobra me sika be entumi nkom ma ho ye hwehwe me ma e make sure so mo believe fine and as mo beto mo na sika na ko baabi.
But what about other times ebia bank no call on the next of kin na ne number na nko ana number na kurampo enya adwuma
aha iti ya recommendations are edi kind dey buy one they say you review law no na you create website obi abetumi akọ no dormant account no we must know the names for families after all okona ko hu divine bi edi bi na say enkroma labi you can easily trace and say that it is from this line. Okay. If you say mba ho no mu na ko bi ho no mu e busia problem na ya solve e da one problem na solve two next of kin and say anyone because e bi o crowd next of kin na crowd no tika mu na mutimi na kwanhia nti eni obi e be contact no e say 1 or 2 or 3 people and chance say your dia enu chance scan your omodia tier option tier 1 tier 2 at least you follow one and far go 2 or 3 enu so ho eni ye ka say ye petition me no ka say see after the press conference we no your next line of action is your petition BOG. Okay. Your petition parliament because law no say review no and I say amend and your petition telcos so because me no ka say see telcos ke gu on the chain banks if I so bit me take mo onamwa na pa sebi obi bias we free mu na sika gu no wallet mu MTN on pe nim MTN en friend da en kanche na busu afo say samo su mesi we a obewu we no na MTN nim so wewu edimpa omunim si wewu abusuafo no be follow up no unim letters of administration there ya omuni say because he discloses anema om nyina nti no do you know say okokota wo na wo speculate you yeah una go be kasa ye be bisaw say unim be bia na nipa no aka say minim menene ti ase no na minim say ota akọ commercial bank okay nti no mo ye we no a letter ne address ba akọ commercial bank e bia unu azumi say okay e bia ultimately letter bia akọ bank bia say mi ko bisa say
na bank say oni mo
oze egum ba ultimately so tro keke enko bank bia wa bra wonya we say nipa no account na so account just so account that is sometimes and before
it's a very important
spending there are some to be spending in excess of let's say 2,000 3,000 for legal fees any tracy account now maybe na letter of administration be issue me account to na 30 cedis it's not just a who wapoka finding I will try to find out the family no it's not yours The amount has not been quoted.
Based on where you know,
David won't be
we can only confirm say our bank
dormant account. Dormant account now. Or no dormant yeah, cash active account. There was publication for dormant account. And so yeah, research when you say no. Adebaku we no more say you educate public no about it and say. From time to time, ma, yere, family ye bibia ye kase catch romo ba o pa she da catch romo so me ko bank we e o mu a catch romo just you say me ko bank we
me ko iska wa
haba
in the absence of you
there be enye nyina so na but ye can but just okay something
the moment obia we no mani say dey bia papa so okoyeku bank no it's all you say
I know there bra oyere wumba omuti na bro asase we so wabusu for especially eya wumba sabi oyere obeka ho atrosem say moye baako awarija ho I know any idea but like he's even saying we are next of king enter say ye dey man we are contacted person no I'm saying
next of king divide yeah ebi mama na next of king you na be
meti asisi e
yes
yem fan say kiki o carriage ayi we so mejere ba hasisi a obebie phone
yes only you
only mesumi ni dey
password password
you see only
dia me purchase ojire a oni no wa pam de bia modam paso onu aduane ma odi anyway ni dey so at my say disclosure ne nko na we bebre isum ho no kra but this time oba ni ne mufra ni bro mo bre kra so no mu sie no.
No, you see, the level of disclosure should be there. But me person me tell you say, devil's advocate are playing say. For the say, Tioro. Courage, there be Uji. There be Uji Uyiri, Beba.
Na Bema be one so no so ntimi poison na.
That's all they scan your grand there.
Na Obani sika so. It you say Obani sika mo be simple.
Uji ni palidi. We have make example be. Courage ti hey. For the say ono yire o disclose bibia kire no metie na meboa e bia ne o fifie ba me ka che so chale wifi and then me was some 20,000 be on my account mo it's possible say be fie na obedu fie no account balance na shift
how
oga go yi ema
me ka so ba o dem pesa me che say it's possible say ye be fie say be ba no obi ato some 20,000 o de go to
o de account jaw yira divine o
me ka so de jaw yira o asem na me kan mo ntie me
your point
me see say o catch them you say what 10,000
because
10,000
some one say their minimum
say what 10,000 our account mu and then na o fifi na o cry say what 10,000 it's possible say by the time one we be fear say dey ni bend now account balance there 30,000 because of activity away obi a chosika wakwa business obi po obi a do ka 30 years got to be share no kwanso si o na dey mechia di say won to scan no to account mu by that time no information be na wa ebi so that time no so atro enchem to hwe abrantie a okoton ka ama obi a ne case ba ne nansen okoton ka advertise ka no online obi so oba beto nipa no emedom ma ne say omukotra ne fie no muntwan nipa no owie ye no aku nipa no owie no akohye nipa no so oka mu oko ofifie no okra ne girlfriend o say okohye osimasi wan ba bie whether sika no eto account no mu anto account no mu ofuo wadi for ya person enche say ofuo betimi adi for time bia but esemra ne protect ofuo na busua sada me person me nchire
ya divine kan nyina me 100%. And look, this is one of the most laudable advocacy as far as CSOs necessarily are concerned. I'm telling you, there are a lot number of people in Ghana, even educated.
It's addressing a real problem.
Yes. I didn't know.
And I said, press conference, we journalists back also say, on what news, but what education when you are shocking.
In fact, with this education,
is I'm telling you,
we'll be imagining I'm a new direction because.
But there's also one thing I know say Eboa. Particularly more munsemu work akrano or more properties no akrano so mesha na se bi ofri mu na BBC a onimi se intimi nkomo even if do a mudin mu aban no and be sometimes yes what is best and I think of any say or set up trust na why ye mofrano the beneficiaries of the trust but trust no den friend is nurse of king so in quote trust in Sudan is administered by legal firms anyway need to and need to be protected because beneficiaries in the way move through any day and ye na nyama ni nyina enam loop muti there are options but I'm glad say wetimi ahwe ehu problem no esusu hu how the advocacy ato abonten na I pray say aban ni abamu mpanyimfo ebe tie di omo ka no no mo asesam mra ne ntem eden hyehyɛ aba na problem na work sia enam ne so abeto abedo dina yentimi free ho na
to yen especially member no say who save baby
ma yire hu
o de enkes kan dem no nkyere no
ba mani hu
yes ma hu
no account ahina women dem found
properties akodi caretakers one more busuafo ni yes they never told or immediate family
no but you see you don't assume say all things are equal
in some cases
I mean yes sure say something only the lie to honum na o man fella or the share trim say that the weakness they be use against
you and I were not there.
Sometimes we anybody for abusuafo dey aye binum obi experience is different so you don't assume say ade we are all cano we ebetimi asi with the same place see yen mu krofo a yen invest energy this time omumu a yen omu na mo not know yin no as anything
okay
so trust you obi na no bo bra
yen ka say ko fa girlfriend natural ne say me account to am account to ha girlfriend no ni apam dia no wa apam eyejere inti muntie ye
but me case much na mo share me case say wife asem na mo kan me I agree with you entirely but I also want you to let you say nipa na you can nipa wom and you be na nipa for wom because examples nipa cho yeah were examples bebre ho no mo a ye ni mu nkofo a tie na kadie ne ade aye kan what dey pana ke this asem na ba if enye say nipa bone fo ho no mo a na ko bi ti bi bone show bi a anobi oni ni kun
so fu
ya until na time na utie bi obeti obi a oni ne yire eda ho ba oni ne girlfriend plan come be fa so na yire ne bewu na wadi ni bibi iti fancy oni ni di nkomo a obi wo krampa unim so me arrange marriage a obeti me atremu no wa wo ma 5-10 year yi ni nyina na ne boyfriend wo chen say da obewu no they will take over. Now, me want to know the animal, no so I know what. So you can't trust human beings entirely. But I'm telling you, some more, ma, and I nipa my brother, mama trust you, this me good, fine. But I'm telling you, say, I do situation, and that's sanity. Everyone say, I'm Bobie, man here. See, you do be a case, Bobie, man here. But you're very protecting, I say protecting, half one. Me, them say, some one see the one.
2 minutes na
me pa say me my bobra no mewu na me sika na 1 CD me pa chow me pese sa sika no and found say na me ba and na me busu state it must go to somebody who must benefit from me abrabo a mabo ma enkoda baby ma nkrofo ma because see examples bebre onu mu a ama abusuafo bebre eye poor because system no ana I take your money away from them. Sure. Now me account to be. I didn't know person will account to be in 2019, 2018. My standing order be those days. Events a backlist, but not standing order no sir. So me started here Juma 2018 na no. Etiko. I forgot. Time wa crisis buy me lusu me sika nyina ma brabo nyina one day no. Me tena ho no mo have my basa me hu de me nye. And na me ko hwehwe me neme mo na me ko kai sesa na no account to be say. Ewo ho. She omudi omo ma me hoyo na so de bia na sika kotomu me koye no na almost 30 something thousand that's our account me kan po nya me na je me
ne sadan de ohome ye
hey o se me home enu na che se enu ni ade a e ma me musa me so me nipa kan me commit suicide so me I'm saying say mo bi nka say fanisa intika my musa account na intika obindi I am sweat. It's not only that. Share me yes me insurance, life insurance amame mame. Okay. Me ni me kun say adam me person wu ana. You know when let's also take it from the customary and traditional angle and say na maybe one you can't disclose. O maami se see e o kono aka say life in case wu a. In case wu a. Na makoya funeral policy. One na better wase.
Say obewu.
See obewu but Ghana me papa bi o me painti ami me painti papa bi.
O ka che na onti ase o hungry.
So imagine why a policy sana woni ho no. It's insurance company no. Ese say o revert say o ba ne just no ya o sika say is your money. That's what I'm saying. And you dia edina that's all.
Enko mo kura define boy. Ade no so.
Yeah, perspective so
financial
okay telcos. Because obu ho no a owo yes. And an insurance package obu okra wa
child policy child policy why onim it was case one what almost 10 years
and Charlie this thing I think
you see divine I think Nana let's get time for divine
just divine
for this advocate.
In fact I say
no
the way you've done the reason you understand it. Yes. What we are saying is I say on your platform.
Yes.
Now
I think
beyond
excursion. Just 10-20 minutes.
1 hour. You give me those questions with the producer. Questions
that will lead to more.
I think no.
Say Ronaldinho.
The bien say who figure now. E be connect to nkofo a omo wo ba bia.
Na o de hwele ni mu na Ronaldinho.
O me cast any brese.
Dos Santos.
Nana.
Is he a friend?
Divine Dos Santos.
Unim say lady no o hwehwe ne papa. Enti no ye sa ancestral lay no. Ne papa no podi we hu no. But El Colinke no amani ko hu say not know yin no ni roots. Ni original person no. Malian.
Wow.
And the Bamia Ghana ni.
Okay.
Oh.
And now, ne fa baby so fi say have the unuse connect ya ebusua former fi Ghana almost 60 years omo ma ya mo mo ma mo hu nyina omo nyina ni direct cousins. Direct.
Wow.
Esi omo nyina tracy omo beto omo great grandpa o ti asisi e wo kraka omo nyina ye ebusua ende obehwe a anije e wo mu a obi we akodi we ho wo ma me di we ma we o ma me di akomo akoso e ma ye exchange ni ama sa record no say ke ni system e to me tracy a naka e ba the saying na after so many years obi to me e ko na esi o say no ye family adu e papa adu e ma me di sa na ye ka say dormant account
should be in a system.
Should be in a system for everyone. And it's kind of now there.
Right. This is
I think at a better time, hopefully, this week. See, it's not this week. Kwam, next week, you're divine 1-on-1. Now, full 1 hour. This is what will happen. I beg your pardon. Will help everybody. We will be BSM and all common. And you know, I think that
Center for Legitimacy and Rule of Law.
Center for Legitimacy and Rule of Law. Okay, that's it. And his name is Divine in Chroma. I think that we the union I am fantastic. Papa. Hey, the crime and Namukra Mujan Bini. Yeah, we are near because I'm a man and I'm with Jambi. I'm telling you.
See, because see, my grandfather, very few people know that my grandfather was the first MP, NDC MP for Utu Senior.
Oh, sir.
Yes. Honorable J in Chroma.
Okay. You relate him.
Send your crowd.
Funny say a lot Nyama Koso. Imagine me also great. There are some stories I cannot say, but if I tell you the route, Abuka say inti San Androfo me one in the line no bashana ebusafo sika de Japade be bregu ono mu a e da ono ma ye nim. Unim sa me betena Accra ha sei. Me be national service na me ni be bia me da me nam kiosk aso na nam fiche
family house da.
Oh. It was later me mama ewu an komo etito no mu a your family house wo me mama direct o e wo e friend se bubu ashi na omo muso no omo ko ye no first omo ba omo fro ho akrowa satan no omo ba krase into omo ko ye no omo be kra biu ba ye nyi ye na ekru and so she say my be bre wa kra
Abo family house
me wo if inti won say information nyama we no as a me say ye nwa ye ho because ye nim da e be fi mu na e be ja ye ma ejeje mu.
Okay. I think Sina Courage Ebeja Ina. And you know, I'll start with him. Maybe I'll pass it offer free on the Bank of Ghana matter on PDS my Melindo crew apology on statement will make it to the north near and Timacho we know your child will be a bear fine. The only can get bear 12 minutes be also in 10 yeah.
But that's what man I'm cheating for.
2 fan 458 in Timacho Wadama. We don't even senior to our time.
Minye. Wa hadria cheda so hadrin. I mean chia ahwefo o social media na etiefo na minchia minuanom a abehia minia ba ko ananim kokoti se media de. Last we share by December 2024. After elections but I know assembly beto ho. Ana this week here na ya brobro su bia fine. Me position on sasam ne ye ba ko pese se ye be tam sika se ye de boa ye currency ne ye de control inflation na ye mfa nhyehyeye nka ho a ebema the real solution aye industrialization the jobs be buy be increase wo export na ma currency ni mo aye den de until say be yes no say ya na be 2024 9 point something billion and I say go share chart na sa it keeps increasing but nya ye hwe nyina no eye nsunsanso e free irresponsible expenditure during COVID-19 expenditure cost overspend budget overrun in the name of say ye feeding crofo ni akoma nipa twitwi bi sika vaccines procurement amba vaccines yetu aka o nso amedru da anyway nti se meti se bioje anya losses 15 billion a onim dia me hu ade nti na jima menu nam ho a oni prison
question we bisa
because do ye no esunsun sanso bi nie ade nti na ye ntimi take any decisive action on Kenoforiata ni oye no esunsun sanso bi nie ora ye tro book kakraka until your party say allegation omu nyina the powers of state ntimi investigative ba kumpo establish say we say netie enye successful prosecution nti dia ye kanye ko nyina de esi nyina no esusuaso e free COVID-19 nti se anhwe ne yie antoto nyama yie a next year beba ne beka say 2026 loss edu 21 billion na kikako nti esese ye hwe na me no de me massive film kakra ne say nyama we anya rocket science fiti JHS no match re your export must exceed your import ni fiti junior high school adeni entimi nya hye na me de at the point I say we excess capacity power capacity yantimi an connecting to at least one item industrialization one yantimi an yes ade no say ye koko na koko ni yantimi add value to the 100% to bibi excess capacity mumfa nkotema industrial area CPC ye trim say excess one mumfa CPC no mum increase or value addition na yemfa mebunu bebre no munye adwuma ebi control machine na bi ye packaging na bi ye printing maybe and that's how you create jobs. Up to today, youth unemployment a big problem. And here this year time sikapudo say they support budget. They support 15 billion. Now, Oshemo no bisa se ne kwa na se bae. Until every 4 years, about 8 years, ni asesa sana and the same old things. There be. And same fata, we deserve better. Ghana deserves better. And this I make us say, share the record of the Fourth Republic. The Fourth Republic no necessarily it must fall. Yes. we need a fit republic. Now, South Fit Republic, no, would have to be a democratic revolution. I bet parke sa party me anyway. MBP and NDC in chain. Because cumulatively, the net effect of this MPP and NDC duopoly the past 30 years, or more time hijacking politics, no, baby, I high youth unemployment, insecurity, a friend saying nepotism, family and friends, then the way do opposition no account or bad no about the same thing. Where's you opposition no account about no be see about in sasa. NPP 4 day or more yet to say the mumbu amaida. To say in far power ensure monsada. So, it is a baton change of baton, defense and attack no. Emwaye. Na yem pack your munsin chain. Na yem penny pa almost subain aye de bumaye. Because at the end of the day, no, and about technical capacity, you will be brave. Ghana ha technical capacity. A broso. Now so subain. Professor Jechi, Harvard trained, formerly of Legon philosophy, no can say. The account we say Nipano, we say in account, we say a case will be ni subain. And only the account expression for corruption, so you corrupt. Oni subain, yes, so you bereft of character. A honey way. A honey jine. Inti yan shena yan pack your munsi nche. Me de baby I'm just see idea. If I tell you say me work any great confidence in the dual policy me ama omanye developer enya no kre. Na sa politics no mo na nra me kote say Dennis Miracle Abwaje. So we issue directive at the ama NPP communicators grassroots and you would say so bia kasana ne kasa kutia doka omuntinsi ni son sopano and I'm say na New Patriotic Party we say this is not the New Patriotic Party that we knew, but na minim say a drew this level. A whole directive is effect say more attacking crofo. Sebi I can for ne kan mo asem bi say na say u dware. Na bodani ebeyi otawo. Na wo de wadeje nyina di na chi gidigidi ahwa na bodani.
Wo a odi di na chi na.
Inti yamfa ne say in political way no cry yamfa ne say NDC for no more pay attacking. Certain be more attack doc. Attack Dr. Bobie. Is it the right response? Is that the right response? What happened to press conference? Then a two public lecture. And Dr. Bobie says, "Oh, public lecture be any
Master of public lecture."
Yes. Leadership series. Sisi ade omuntimi nyabium abedane atemdidie. Now, the Bena Miracle Abwaje be the director of communication of the NPP.
But they serious.
To issue directives.
In what capacity?
And it tells you the confusion in the party.
Now here about you by there.
No.
But now here the statement Babonting. So that's not the position.
It tells you the confused state of the party. That maybe can say si anya hwekra na ma yenye nyama be ma democracy ayekitei abo. Ma yenye sa. Na se ni papa mu ankabade sam he should be apologizing to Ghana. Say Ghana ma wa kwenya se obeye man amanyosem. Na wo pese wo ma directive say ye nyama ebebu oman Ghana. Ebegu no be mana se. Ensem fata. Now the same person so akoka say almost say regional minister on resigning because of statement or Minjin this offense kesi bia requires that kind of response no.
She has apologized.
Not yes and I respect her for that. Not so because say bia na no say ya bronya no mu nyina no kekan say munu ni other commentaries are napo no more as minister for what timetable bra all of that not to equalize Menji declare say were the same pedigree because media from the where I stand there between the two parties really difference is not significant from where I stand. But Oshe regional minister media sanka mubetimia mumpe PR obi mano enye obia no nim adwuma ya onim kasa enye obia there are people on the job fantastic o the microphone si nanim sisi asema ba metimi a kire bi honorable Akwasi Ata Akwasi Akwata former road minister tembi obeka se bia na say do you get it anyway na the politics ni nano enye kasa se te bia se o kasa utimi hyehyɛ nyama fefefe wo ho a tembi anu you are well represented in terms of views in a refined form and manner na ama ohun ama because position na mukitan empenyin for position. Some of these mistakes beba na ase te enyonyama ewo office ne ho no eso since NDC ba power make we e de abomaba so first na potholes particularly junctions as sebehwe near the pavement blocks ayen fefefe there a simu kese pan was Ashama traffic light ho so kaya now do ho abeye 3 minutes one two bo wan hwa ufiri ho a cause sound shocks but anche ne aye ebi mmemia bi mu won kran ha street lights na nya adwuma papa na sisi anu minim ne esi say ye dream ne boni bi na ekoso a street lights nyina dundum anu abe 12:45 amiko fie if for some how the highlights kran na driving no wan hwa o de ika akobo obi so mehu se onam na krom eko East Legon Hill Santos here ya the streets like post abegu ho be ye bosumi ni akire adwuma bia nkoso akire ya de besisi ho nti se mo hwe na mo ma contract na mo hwe na contractors no so na iden e deliver na timamfo ho atom de ahwehwa no nti no the main no menene nya adwen ne se nipa na wa ye de anse so ye se eha e Ramsar site eha e waterway hanum se yen sit down ho na wa ma permit na wa ko sit down ho o se wa transfer no yinadi saki mo he na fani ono be hwe no be ye ne se necessary oye no that is it na mo okay MPC ba mu hwe se nya boys isu girls isu some of them educated nti we nya se wo we chante no ba nipa no wa mo ne bra yi a ese so nya hu susanso nsusanso ni se wayi nadi na obi ono so ho pese o ye adwuma bo o man Ghana wafa no o se ya transfer no na obi o transfer no ko na ho no ko ma wrong permit enye yes ebia isika obenya wo ho na mu nyeduru ba betimi akoye the same thing exactly yinadi munyo mwadi adena
there could be somebody here no sky na crack but the project will not
the project will and I'm strength so say in your nom I wo no for no esro enyi bibia na ye no sentiment obitimi wo no for a ho na nabusua oni ne bibia comfortable ono so as ne punishment betimi akase ye na behye nkranza anase ye ni by Eastern region nano there's no trace ya boy Eastern region for moana there be discomfort ni say wo baby a why establish wa settle how ye wadwuma na ya bo aden na transfers police ni adedi ni atem bia no ehu eyewe nti ma ye hu bibia na ye mfa ne sentiments a
okay
emwa kra na lastly attorney general update or the buy ya bre with the disclosures ya prosecutions
so say 7 and President Hans said, we had the 5 crap account.
You are just waiting for the court to.
Okay. Sana.
As much as you're planning, the best education also cut down.
But Tobo. You have super majority. Oko other jurisdictions are corruption and corruption related matters. Burden of proof is on the accused.
Yeah.
Why don't we institute that?
Prove your innocence.
Prove your innocence. Courage no be. Uwa bemu before beba bemu na uni dan. Uni ka anyway. Yeah, we see you. Sisi ya won say uwa 9 makoma ako 27. Within 4 years. Uwa cars. In fact, what to cars are check girlfriends by 4. Yetime tracing nyina a connecting nyina say ye wo a. O bank account is ke time nie. But re kwan a ye de ani hwa a corruption sika. Inti brana be kire say enye corruption sika. Utimi kira ho so wantimi akira dem.
Better than ye mum na say compare.
Exactly.
But so President Mahama said that in the PNDC era, not Flight Lieutenant General John Rawlings was doing that. But he said that in this democratic era, PNDC, but in this democratic era, the burden of proof. And I mean, you are proving guilty.
There be 2 schools of thought.
Okay.
Say you will be more as a legal principle, no. Or you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. And I make I say there's another school of thought say, yacho no sa law nature say here what has he say me yi mensa twamini asum cameras na sisi asu yo ye hu camera ne say me twa asum ba ye do kokota ye presume say me innocent principle, but the other principle ne say particular corruption related matters no you are guilty until you are guilty until proving what innocent. So you prove your innocence.
So we assume we are guilty.
Yes.
Come and prove your innocence.
And the reason you assume say you're guilty is say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Until be prove say 1 enye no kre, 2 enye no kre, 3 enye no kre. Oh, e dan na metimu no. Eye minia. Amena no secondary school. Divine Nkrumah. Ye business. Ana wenye bi. Ana kai say me ma no gari ni shito bi a ewo school enye no ntia anka komuku no. Into the damase. Divine divine ye business any say divine ye say ye business say ye share ni document mu no yampa o business ni portfolio akita no ubetimi atofie we me ho so ya nya ne saa ye ntimi fight corruption da nti wo say wo ho ajon na wo ya ajon na nipa na no de na kosi court na mo bu asem no mo de no so ye campaign tia. Say na corrupt ko na ora ko see saying almost 18 months down the line no relevant prosecution has taken place and a reducing confidence no conviction has taken place. Okay. And a reducing confidence in the democracy because nipa de bufuo na to aba no 2024 e bufuo pa na say bufuo na so ne omode to aba 2016 na koye say last ye wa ha senior brother Bobie kan ye as a political table dining table now we have a D8 we do now we have a D8 na nam ho san ya busy food soldiers in my view and na your friend saying road minister koye ye no Satan trumps no ko to wenchi solar kwan you say no it is needless terms of the contract necessary contract and is he executing according to the terms? If it is not, remedies being a work contract no. Activate it. Activate it. Amakwata ye the same thing. Association International. No more ye na how can you equate almost ye esio. Esio.
How can you ni
esio? Nti munja sa theatrics no ase full soldiers buofu kakra nya de ade omopa mo say ade na mo de contract am MPP for presidency MPP for nso enipa nti na menye bi against a perceived MPP businessman na enquire said there be governance is serious business contract be our terms and conditions terms na wom no if you are not delivering according to no President Kwame Nkrumah na me de twato Tema Meridian Road Meridian Road
hotel no
good contractors ya the contract ne man no ye adwuma ni nyina wie ana state engineers call inspect here ana mo check so contract ne pa say asphalt because you see a ben habo tracks ne ade na be use nti say ye 12 inches so seden omo hwe na oye no 10 inches on that ground ye ntianeka You didn't execute the contract to the terms.
Job worker.
And no. Upo sika dia. Koye. That is what it's about. It's not about drama. Any day. Under President Nkrumah. And this is what could do now say be 5 months. You're supposed to have done 20%. Now why you no can do 2%? Activate the clauses in the contract. And no. Man now okay contractor ya can you know. I mean search kakra. Akra to amutu ono no ye. Poku ase insawam. Ono ano ye. Maripoma ono ano ye no. Maripoma. Oh okay. Winneba to yes or no yeah. No, these are major projects. No, there is a heavy contractor. That's what I say. But the only difference, Osha contractor executing in about 80% was given awarded in the previous government. That's why I made me suspect to say that whole dramatic, is targeted at appeasing food soldiers. But I didn't know you did food soldiers. Akuma, any of my perspective. Oh,
every bad room more trouble.
Yeah,
big push agenda.
Now, me year 12.
Food soldiers theatres.
Me see how na me say mesra construction. Yes. Me say me nam so dey si. Na me see no say construction no more yen mesra mo. That's control. That's control. Me video ha. Important. Saturday. Me yikosi maase moto we no so du ba bia aseye asori dan isi faith the beef you say asori dan white one be is just before you obedu format to boot on format to boot on this no me say that's who unhu she means your contract me say we say that's control say periodically the insu ebe den ebegusu monya na boy yes ya yenti na moye kwan no. But Monya is saying about say more kwan na to being confaso in the enkosi because we are not managing it well.
But that's courage not be a senior or sound so a political analyst. Ma menko me bra na Ansah for. Nana. Speak to one about guarantee you.
But I say Nana, me fa kwenye wish na menchia omo majibe no mutie. In fact, one of the greatest opportunity menya in life, one of the greatest opportunities is offensive of constituency for man opportunity. And I'm a team rise here to this level. Until me bahanoma, I have to salute them. Now me catch the branch for no say. I'm here to Chairman J. Camille. Honorable Ali Yaya, constituency secretary. In fact, all the executives now, moto abama yeno. Mwamudi adanse say Juma pa de Bobie. Now it's unfortunate Yentima in the parliamentary seat, So Chairman J. Camille and Ali Yaya and the entire executives will come back to you again. Mr. Munyamia Duma, Yaba Monre Juma na Monsanto Abani Beam. Now whoever that we are going to present in the 2028 election, you beat me and recapture the seat and making sure say you add to the seat here in parliament. Now Mamentia the chairman, your friend the chairman. E be friend chief. Papa ni monyam for friend card. Kwame Ewuadako. Baby obi ano, ba menchi ano na minim say
opening case pa no.
Opening case no boni din. In fact, one of the records I would jano bust any tour. After so free hono. MDBN who wetima break is our record no. In fact, the footprint in the Juma we won. E dia dance here. Ti we share obi o Juma bust bia so hu na ya fa danasema me Muna bona beti mame. In fact, it tells you say adwene ni nyansa de nyame man bi. In fact, on say nyame ya adoma minim say next year going. The rice factory now will be. You say last time President Mama ko hono. Obetima feeding nipa 5 million a day. Rice factory war no be farm. That is your team. No be farm what the eastern region hono no.
Me be jinu sika kese pa
so the man is doing a fantastic job. He is trying to make sure say you bet me a local food no. He's doing a lot of job over there. And he's one of them when it comes to the energy sector, petroleum, agric and those stuffs no. You can't take him away. In fact, we see MP before Makato say you were there. I've been in Ansah when it comes to that aspect in the day. So it tells you say NDC you want even after President Mahama, you see a president in power, you can lead a party and lead a country and making sure that we are going to succeed. Minya na mamenche omo majibre no mutie. In fact, no omo bia na bejibre na wetin
all in his time.
So you see, mamenche sim. Me free motorway na ebe.
Okay.
Na me tie o. In fact, say me timi kan say we kwa na man kan Bank of Ghana seminar. I'm very okay. Nana, I want to commend you today. And why you Juma kama. A Juma we na kama and say one. You are advising the CEOs and the ministers. Say this you listening to the grassroots. Omuntie party for na. Edi omochi no moko campaign. Omuntie party for na najo. Na ye no omo eti moto so. Ni ye no omo didi bom. Ni ye no omo koba no. These are some of them call for it is a way the uti woman. Nana, sometimes or ya na me raho na ya na me lodge a lot of complaint. Na me the man call for say CEOs for no any ministers for no san come to say you as a major fear. And yes. And I'm not surprised. So I'm to say you as a major fear. And I'm not sure say grassroots no ebe ko so complaining. Nana hwe oh, you'll be to say you are some fee. In fact, over corner office, come out 20 before crowd. Because my 20 before baby. He is helping a lot of people. In fact, grassroots, over 60% were making sure say, Obe sorti womo.
Is this every Friday?
Obe pay jumamo womo. Yami had my mention at Thursday, crame coho. But you see, so when young Kofu be say, na omo eso grassroots, na omo ye juma at the boassa de be a party bit my con anymore. A Boama party no de bia no ahonkeka de ewom ene obeko Facebook social media na nkofo e complaining just because of susu wani ni pass machine enam obenya CEO and ofre ni pa na onfa me I have a lot of people on trust me going forward ye minim say de na ye be hia wo mo ba me nana me metia no mi sabi untimi nya mehwe ena nya bibia na me hia firu ho I am tempted to mention nkofo bidin because masa ye nemu na nam ko ba ko flow to ko ba ne ade se reposting kura na akola bi kura hia necessary ye ma de ka konso ansini mo obo adwuma na ofra and let me comment ye bra fusin donko men friend phone so kan chense boss akola bi kura hia mo asanta obi wo kura na wonyem ofri konso ansini ma ebi kwa na ba bi wo ye de ne kono ye si nya sankofo we na mo boa party we MPP wo power no na sa niam we nya no mo ye mo nkrofo MPP wo power sa niam we say no mo ye de mo nkrofo but NDC ba power
but these are basic
yes yeah father for all where divine this is me oh we MPP ni bi no otwam eno hu ye na o say akoye ogina we se ojaba hwe we picture no me no
ara ye do chef
o so adai ye ne ma be beti modusu mo
na hwanso na jira we o se
wonu so e branch for ni bia o ye zonal communication zonal secretary MPP ni bi le twa former DC ye wawu ne babo bi ne twa mo so hu mi no twa sa picture we beti modusu say na na safo adai moving from one village to another village it is a party ni bi ba won chen na se obeti ma tene won sa aboa le kakra boa nipa no because right Sankofo we ya na ebe hia omo in the next election o e do makọ the next election Sankofo we ya na ebe hia omo moving forward no ye be hia omo do makọ campaign and obi a CEO anko village ba bi anko campaign obi a CEO in fact ye ka so omo village ba akom yenu kra o constituency ofiri mu kra na o timi mo ba ne adom na so se de o kan president mama da romanti wanya CEO wanya scholarship secretariat wanya baby ye fra ofo a onfa me going for the Nkofo no ma I'll come here and come and mention their names Masa Nkofo no ma na make no no yeah we have to do it we have to do it o sa baby a bit scholarship secretariat o sa for je go afre ko onfa ba ye nyina cha sanchero je no munya na ekoba so all the mention no say me from phone say ma miskan ko to aduane ni o I won't call you say come de me but me from your party ni nti na me from and I'm a fraud says
course not dosu.
And your course are dosu. Any party na wo. Let me tell you something. You have a pass me. ye nua Sami Jemfi ye papa Sami Jemfi you see sa wo frɛ no na wantima amfa wo call ana wo anya ho na say wo call office wo no ma they will give you the opportunity and make sure say wantima me say in the corner you meet me the next day problem and the call and you make sure you solve the problem for you. It is a you are quality wo school mu
problems
no problem
Sami Jemfi solve ukrom hawa
but
be surprised
but
now you see me say because I say we no man can say bia bi nkwana me I'm good to go because you want to maintain power. NPP is not an alternative on any day. Now let me go to the Bank of Ghana issue. You see, NPP for say na yaboka, yes, the laws are there. Say ya pesi e ka enei asema ne ya divine. Yanka de si na anu, yamusa say na no de na mo ka ho asem eye den. What happened? And loss na abano any issues e koso nyina no is as in fact we can't take 182 now constitution in my Bank of Ghana to me say he is a central bank banks in nyina hye na se ye sika sem ye bibia on the be make sure say beto to bibia in fact na ye nya fantastic and obi anadwene mu da ho nim nyansa a wode ahoɔden aboa from the gold board making sure say Ghana expenditure but then under NDC under President Mahama wonje anything and ho fefefe and ye bobosia ye tua the debt and we to one from 727.7 billion and I drop it to 641 billion what's your buy we say what this ikasam shema boama economy na timagina na so wo se wo mpe ma mi bi me se me pen number another mpre koko communication officer o madwuma mo na ma omuyi Mahusa Mami Bia responding to that journey saying that and iron ross about form and now talk around the price has reduced and then more bag here saying in fact me I don't want to buy Christmas me to more chairman for simply because you nya by papa bia manaba am sikasam to yako ye and then that I exchange rate and I'm saying 11.2 MPP from it was almost 17 Ghana cedis. It is here for be when I can divine me here PP before any CP before any omo matter omo hono no meka say there be NDC for ade ABCD na mo ye hu say emwayen na mo anya PP before na be press conference abegyina say oh yesika sam ya loss ya we in fact there are some key indicators what economy you are comparing to you see when you are doing comparative analysis it will clearly show say NPP4 and what them on boy comparing to the NDC from what them on boy for the last 1 year and it's far better. So yeah, Bank of Ghana lose close to 10 billion and NPP. President Mama time me yes because we see our boy and one ya now na me dem see from let me give you this record because over some key debts ya President Mama be ye tua under President Mama NDC time a car MP before Jatu Wono. In fact, Mukwana a car da wono and the energy sector. Say Yakupo in Yachi and a young Yatikasi dasu da papa the economic messiah bit is out to force him about more years say Juma. I can't tell you energy sector car da ho. So let me give you this before our land. In fact, now you a car near the initial debt surge, you know. And then PP near they cut over 100 million. But you see, NDC by Bemuno and the sector debt over Kaya, you are to force an $393 million. Yet you a cow muja to because an MPP Moko Bobos and Muntimis have some debt. As a result of Yaka near the bilateral loan of 1.7 billion near do China. Your swagger for Atamanoko Pacho and send you to meet the requirement of IMF. And then IMF for about one time because more President Mahama and this are buying more bomb home. These are some of the things I can want them. Yes, the losses are there. Other than the MPP. Now you say Bank of Ghana losses are by somebody got computers. Yes, somebody be common train. Yes, somebody be Kwakodidi. Yes, somebody be to Kwaniade. Yeah, who for should be a basso. By net there is no indication that a car and this are buying Yes, and this time Bank of Ghana abon ye dey no mo we are servicing our debt. We are making sure say we are maintaining the single digit inflation that we are having. We are making sure say a car ye di wa manone, a car ye di wo ye fie mu no, we are paying them. In fact, an MPP we need liquidity support kwa need to adwumafo ka. Ye timi ma boso mene pa ho eko wuram ko 8 ko 9 ko 10 ni entu adwumafo ka. The NDC government is making sure say the reset agenda na ye de ba ye no. We are touching every single corner. It's a loss now, but it is as a result of a car muja to honum, as a result of winning to a car boy, Bosia Moko boy. In fact, one of the worst finance ministers in Ukruma say under Fourth Republic. In fact, from the inception of Kwame Nkrumah, Obia be finance minister and we were Ghana fin Krumko, Untimin Hanum, Ekenu Fugata. Yewa Force was a deputy finance minister, said Tekba was a finance minister, Omina Ukruma. President Kofo Bra, Winnie Krumah. They are here.
Penege. Oh, ntu bem so mbe wo so mbe kosora bia natiko.
But but generally no telecom service companies no the services have been poor.
Almost so.
Enyo omo NCA dey no ye. Quality assurance NCA as e. Na say dey no. Onye tell us for the omuhweshi send unsolicited messages sa de bia na beba no do data so other people third parties no send unsolicited messages.
So I don't say everything was some kind to me for the data will be without my consent. Divine.
We put a mean can be million man can be we make minister Greater Accra Regional Minister Nasem Lendo Kuluasem. A very sensitive issue, but I see a car. Oh, I know too. As I'm not kind, no credit a meaning the obession from two angles. Who say ne can say Canessa. Now, also there, yes, I can't say the Abusu Akumemuno. Anona efi anum ayeka. Response not the man. I don't think say it was an appropriate response. Say for me, if say obiwo public service mu, civil service mu or ye juma, then nam ne so na boni esi na BBS ya. Measure sa ye be paswa ye de betwe na so no enye transfer. If that is what it is, then it is. I don't know. Me who say me can French. How? See, ubia negligent. Ubia indolent. Ubia irresponsible. Ubia say, Emma day collapse. Why say Emma ni patch romunka? Why say mani patch japadi? Why say flood si we see? Yebana na yes you sa o si mesino. Transfer. Your transfer no as a form of punishment. It doesn't make sense. Ghana be in chain be in chain be. Share police ni bia odi ni nyamran samuai. Last time you call follow up business say what's up. You see interdict no. We so copper che na you na ko another regime bi. They say the punishment no. Say am na mba kra. How? Me didn't come expect minister and say obeka say ya pamo omo ya saki omo ya suspend omo ni ehun say ampa na ogusu say what transfer no di ami ho no
o ka so transfer say or ma warning say mo mema illegal permit no they will transfer baby of slipping akra pa mo che no say okobo region bi den
eno na me catch us say whether region say north east south east q east whatever north whatever and transfer in punishing pa a service to the country baby ebe post you akobia you must accept and work Say what you ponia na ye be you adi ye you adi but me en fa transfer enye kwan fast because any say go bia be di ni boni awie nim say at west no ye de be call this agency ye de be call ha na say oban ni ye chire ne say okay na onim ni sam ni mu ano on say komo bi wo no wife beti bia bo mpa so beti no girl abo kete so but ka bu kra say mbu ametumi aka ba ye nka on say ni sam no kan me metumi aka sesi awa ha obi antimi nya me hwe me nkita portfolio nkita hwe. But unya this to me swao na ubedum pempen so bia utumi enkasa se ne obia kana asem u ka asem bia so we and sometimes if you don't trust yourself delegate and you manufacture obi inside
and ask correct what you write.
There was a time we be on
but what be kind of
me boss can say me kire me ya call baby na me ni yeah. Like there was a by-election and I was the coordinator for the entire elections. And parliamentary candidates now, you know, area voting in our asem like oh fine. But on him kasa, unya man maika. No. So when I was doing my report, the first, second, third, fourth report na me yen na no. Na me complain say me candidate no, am di nechi no. Yakoya. No adwiregu. I no catch him say no ti de me. I no say no ti any de me call here no. No say the best way is say me managing the communication but as a so be here adwuma no ma no and no ma me reference example say sanya managing liman o say liman sa no mo managing onim kasa and yes onim kasa so sound but onyo bia the oratory skills in na yi
just a very quiet
person okay until one say the dimi na kra no wasam no beka but the dimi na no kra nya ade a charismatic obetumi a resonative fire bi nti no esenko for ye even Kwame Nkrumah kra that time we bu didi na chi na apart from so nim kasa no omo mu ye chobo idede na asa no aba no omo energize base no different from no kasa yes omo mu ba bedem am no omo ba pe both you no mu ye yi no omo different vibe it is all a minister na who say challenger hwe enyi no bia shortcoming I'm telling you nobody is 100%. God did not give all to one person otherwise in kayesa nipa be dwe into we are no way you bibi kakra into oba kra be hunu so oba we do 100%. I'm telling you oba hwe no we nimonyam owe enufonyam ewe tuonyam baby no ni ayasenyam
na trimunyam
we are no ni trimunyam
biology there
no like sana nyame ye na de ye tia sisi mimi ni mobia so umma no Mike sisi na o kambrofo ha but I'm telling you say nisam nyina obeka na oka na wese nyina mu bi enu ono tworoye because obi so tie kire na o ma na dwen no nti o kasa wie pe no afredi pan say alade we mi go kan say but when nka we so ni mu tworo know your strength enya be bia na ye ma o fansa me untumi fa Mike me gina manim keke ba bia keke na ma sorry na me kasa if me need information because unim the best speaker in the world are own information the one mobile chain because it's so difficult to communicate when you don't have information.
But worst speak or
information. But when you have information and found what to talk about so okay can see a BBC. Intimacy a ministers na appointees no. Babacho enye bia na answer question. Osha na se wunya ya dodge. Okwa actual officer statement
she was responding to a journalist that you.
Yes, I'm saying that or responding to journalists.
This right processes are on course.
I said no. And I say and because of this in teacher so. Yen church nkomo mu na transfer yi. Na me nuanom no so na o my no tribal no. Me I'm not happy about any angle na e dey fan. Hwe ba me ka sim kire. Asemi wa meka. Obi betimi bu afu, ne bu ntumi mfu. But I'll say it as it is because that is what it is. Asem na ma me ka ye no. Wan ka yi but one didn't throw. Yes, my Canada. Say I no Caribbean they can be one can ye, but when didn't throw, but you no Caribbean so they can be but me got some throw.
And it was not even tribal oriented.
Or any tribal oriented. The person journalists are there no. It go for no. You destabilize you. Omo no wa no you relocate you. But you know, this northern thing I can we. See, for me, and common issue statement, you know what they should have done. Say the entire you did not na kwa dumping site and as other places are dumping site is because of non-availability of basic social amenities and niyama manipa existing
harsh weather
so many things but these are things we can solve, we can address. So let's talk about how we can address these things. Because I'm telling you, say, Obi anyone more, or the Nikoto North, Afram Place, or the Nikoto Village be. Now say all the resources for onum or access to internet, light here, Juma, the mania school papako. That's how come in Penifo baby, call retirement or man Bob Review. They don't want to even stay in the urban area. Because not say song, baby. Baby, why do you think so? Because Obianya life, soft life be a pressure anymore. Nan pay. But just that some na here. I'm telling you, let me tell you, there's a research work. My cast has some way, but I'm repeating myself today. Meanwhile, Northerners are who work in Accra here. Omankasa, Omoya Northerners, Omabe, Ejuma, Accra. Okason Kono Kro Postia, Omonko.
Northerners, Nankasa.
See, as you come on, I already know. Or no, Northerner. Na wa ba kra oye adwuma ye posti no se won ko ne krom nko so na ko mun develop wo kra
we dey mention no na 2011 me senior bi hanano fire brand nationalistic na owie school ti obewie na me senior say you go and do national service they say what do you mean when everything is me I should go there ntokwa ne me konya ka kra nka ya ka
One Samu Hamunko. Now him Samu so no money so they are lobbying to come to Accra. So how I mean I always say how you oton that is how you will be bought. It's that say you ko ashawo center and man na won nyina ye ma ba ko bo bi value different. Obi dey 10, obi dey 10 million. But who now be down on how you market yourself.
Person also for be star but say oh kaza from experience.
Where does
for example
Mashada and I take responsibility.
Yes. In terms of
me say oba na kasa na ogina ho no
the price
onu abetro say meju 20 okon expense obi so say meju 1000 then the more obi ka say meju 1000 obi so say meju 20 obi any the value me young dia me come myself
experience in deep
but me bo o said that plan say this scenario na be use to anase
Debbie na only say soldier bar only say soldier bar time wa mills buy ya omo begu soldier bar you know I was the spokesperson
for soldier bar
yes
at least who experiences
that time na ya ba kra na any baby da no ho na obeda ya da ho na jo me ko kira de YWCA me pon wa na best some Vodafone
according to
asie ho na me da kakra na de besa na mo be ba say me tisim ti ho no we street ni mu
abro street ni so
dem me come asem so hwe asema me kan say how abeton ho no nti yenuanum nodness no sometimes no omo akasa no kra no omo ba ye nyan hope wo mo ho say bibi na again hwe asem we me say me mu ya me dan ameka obi
why
or not madam for not na bia ye posting no po and then call the next village cry or the same place cry na uncle
I'm so the message cry by Lydia Akamo say it's very true. They say it is better here than up there. I know was way from Lydia Akamo. Okay.
Mami can say makwa ebe yo ya chiro. Yeah, research bi. That time I was an administrator at Institute for Progressive Research and Advocacy. And you checking history of Ghana leaders are former be Ghana so tribe omo fini in crowd omo free so. Unim say we checking the history of and you compare with the poorest regions also. Satana regions near 10. So the poorest regions in Ghana then northern regions and then central region. Unim say research ni we who said the poorest regions ni na hoso na omo post power Ghana ni na so 80% of omo free poorest regions no omo no di Ghana post akese in terms of ebiabeti so be TUC o president that's a president you check Instagram omo do 10 but person just say ebiabeba army general obeba say police days o de pa police kra go police mu kekre start say wo bo hwe o mo be di IGP na hwe ahia nodness wo
by the president was Liman.
And that person mentioned say one. Look at the regions. Central region, Central region.
No, this is vice.
But it's a central region.
See,
when you check the Aka Central. So when you check the history, and do you know? So when you go even deeper into the research, you come to know that the topmost in Crawford depots per Ghana in from 1992 notness and it was.
But even in the current administration,
we person make a current because SNNM targeted. Me no me from 1992 and present by him.
Factual.
I'm not talking about political appointees. I'm talking about powerful civil servants, public servants, OBTOB. Most of them are. They do know what the my research where me na me commission here. We went to the north and ya chere me say osimesi fie ni me to me body. Let's see basic feeling. And then the partners will be fear back so wager. So when I compare, and I mean in the history, so say, oh, we are school no one or no crab boy. No, I can say I want to cry na brabo ni na. So the 30 or so 40 years or the 30 years on off. It's your few honum now, Onya, Juma first one or no, they buy University of Ghana or they buy Juma or buy Ghana. One question, view. Meanwhile, in the root na man's foundation. Why not just say they won't go and invest in those places? Unim say eka kusasi ni sa man prisi talk about no abi say what are they fighting over? Unim powerful people of office area ni mu.
O time na so nka me mamo 1 till 1 minute 1 minute fa dey no preko na fa wi o dey.
So, you know, assembly me kame one sama meka. But the
mama 1 minute fa wi o dey.
The person me trying to say, see, sometimes let's not play the legendary ostrich and pretend they say we don't know what the real issues are. Near Ben in a political center, I can hear
the background one press conference opposing MPP for. Is the political culture no?
No, but you can't say let's fix why people don't want to go there. When we fix it, now I didn't hear. One of the catches I won't call.
But President Mahama blocks and the only secondary schools in Ghana and could be free enough about. Because maybe it could be the same.
Oh, but accelerated education development from 1952, designed by replicate across the board. Sir, from coming Kumata, almost all secondary schools look the same.
Look the same. You know?
You see, I am an account of the transfer of
Antino, medicine, or media, but BOG assembly, main cash, the mechanic say, finance. Finance assembly in baby fee. For me, as we sit here today, MPP as a political party must cease to exist until they are able to prove to us say omuni kanufurata ni nakrana na so many business bia omoye. But to try to decouple themselves from the mess created by finance minister, who is one of them suso on the swa na no metina chira mo say kanufurata nkoa onu de o de ne ho. And I can the MPP for the separate. There be pretending boni omedino as a see hold you can you for that produce no as some press could be no beti on futu.
My main park a cramp abnasare so no here. Now when they abnasare crack obi on your deputy finance minister and her watch. It's him who in our course under her watch. Also no the moral deputy say or your public account committee chairperson. Oh, chair the Abnasari chair the oh, Cassandra not den to Zakron for you. I'm a cockroach. Oh, no.
Minia. 1 minute pet. To the chair, Mecca, dear Minia can was a mayor unemployment near appointees. You see a friend on Fania, dear. Anything that the Biameka say, I'm fast system, my friend of meritocracy. Amba edini omo appointee samusu omo boa nyina no minia resources ni free
Ghana resources
every
Ghana
na ne kwan ben so na nam a yede ma foot soldiers me bisa questions keke dia me patch ni say dia patch ni say ye institute system abema impuntu aba no bia wan hia no ehu nya so bi ba ko sere obi
no be the welfare system.
That's the point. Because ebeko be chire nyina no be hu se be si o ha overspending be say sika bi ko fa say you go for say ni nyina ho ani free ba ti meritocracy I say asimasi ewo nyansa ni nim de ho enhu adwuma ho ono ye best wanya oye asa but eba ne say unse party amanyosem no eyi ahofama bi wom nti obu ho a oba no obetia because of election no see party ni to your appointee no penal system. One of the appointees are in fact a PA responsible for party 4. So there will be a benya attention. So because some bram mo journey and dear party but party says some form of party some yin so no until say for example ye buy ye ye de me ko agency we metimi the ideas innovations about ma expand the capacity of the institution no ama ma fa nipa 50 ma fa nipa 70 nipa 100 I mean me did say and we are more progressive so what me expand the cram when we say operationally you be regional offices so district offices no be ni ho but matete ana ma fa enkrofo enu mo be hia yen in handout semna ya de super appointees no
me the handout today
Nana we dey
how many times have you from now
I want to commend Yenua Anamperi. In fact if you want to reach you let some Jemfi when na trust me time bia we hu call bia no Perry or return or call back
I don't know me maintaining ka I don't know me reach out and maintain
onya fu soja
menya fu soja
so menya sure so reach out to Perry unya Perry in fact one foul Perry will turn your call or return no call. But they ba kwa mpese me di catch na me so de o kan no say
now this is a time assumption
me seremo mama yenka baby ifili ba na no and let me commend me boss Malik Basintali. He's also doing a fantastic job ukọ officer
Malik is me
a lot of people are also there also making sure say
and they mean to maintain ka
or original tour or original tour
my fancy appointees ni bi so me ba enye de bia necessary omo munya appointees e fra appointees center appointees so frɛ unianom
titia
me ma o renfi omo
make a mission for say and there will be live commentary UEFA Champions League semi-finals and we are second leg Bayern Munich versus Paris Saint-Germain now I don't know the fire and Arsenal we need back and you know I think Arsenal the Atletico and then watch it out Black Ofa in the team better than say PK mo better than say no my adwuma from happy birthday going out to you Priscilla Osadu God bless you for this new day your born price right because we're extra so it's your birthday today your name is Priscilla Osadu in Pabon said right because we are extra happy birthday to you nyame adoma tomorrow we are back here me didn't know to that ko odia asempa ane achenko no bremu my crado see you for CAF na Oka foundation so akosen
no daroma manfo guso a mo kire mo do ti ye guso a yesra afoni adofo se July ne de e kire so pass a
achenko ade ye aye nua no
papa bi
se bi nyina akra na yeska obi ti me ga so me wo mo bags do
no me watade be fam
fa ode ko boa wona eni bi mo unso wo scaro na unso aboa
unso de aba
some of these things and when they bet me aboa to give back to society
sure e kwa e pese e fa so ne so give back
one day say should in your time na your interview
yeah sure e say mo ni team ba
and e poma me
ti e say de akana ti na no
and the brother be send out na me dey
ti na nada mo ase citizen for so ye da mo ase pi ye ko o ka for